Okay, so yesterday we started with a chapter. The name of that chapter was Residential Status and Scope of Total Income. Okay, so in that particular chapter, no, we are supposed to learn about two things: that which all incomes are there which are supposed to be covered in the scope of your total income, and in order to cover that income in your scope of total income, that is whether you are going to take that income in the computation of your total income or not, which depends on two things. One, the nature of that income, and two, the residential status. So how to determine that residential status? How to identify that whether an income is an Indian income or a foreign income, and based on these two things, we come to know that okay, this income will be covered in my scope and this income will not be covered in my scope of total income. Yes or no? We started with section 5 yesterday. In section 5, I told you that there are different types of assessees. Out of all those assessees, we talked about two assessees first. Number one, individual, and two, HUF. For individuals and HUFs, we have to check the incomes which they are earning, whether they are Indian incomes or foreign incomes, and we'll check their residential status. It may be ROR, RNOR or NR. And if they are earning any income which is an Indian income, it will always be included in their total income. Okay. Number two, if they are having any income which is a foreign income, part A foreign income, that will be included only if they are what? ROR as well as RNOR. If they are NR, then part A foreign income will not be included. Then part B foreign income which was there, that will be included only if the status will be ROR. If status is RNOR or NR, that foreign income will not be included. Done about the individuals and HUFs. Now, if we talk about persons other than individuals and HUFs, for those persons, what we usually do, that their residential status will be either R or NR. That means either they will be resident or they will be non-resident. Whatever Indian incomes they are earning, those Indian incomes will always be covered in their scope. But the foreign incomes which they are earning, either the foreign income is A or B, will not make any difference, will be always included if their status is resident, and will never be included if their status is non-resident. For them, their residential status resident always means that they are ordinary resident, because there is no concept like not ordinary resident for persons other than individuals and HUFs. Right? Now, this was section number 5. So, from section number 5, it is clear that we need to know the residential status of any person, of any assessee. Only then we will be able to identify whether the income will be covered in the scope or not. Income will be included in the computation of total income or not. See, Indian incomes, as far as Indian incomes are considered, we are not supposed to worry at all, because Indian incomes taxability inclusion in the total income does not depend on residential status. It will be included for all. But whether your foreign income will be included in the computation of your total income or not, that purely depends on your residential status. That is the reason why we are determining residential status. Okay. So we started with section number 6. In section number 6, the residential status is given. That how to determine the residential status for different types of assessees. And in that we started with individuals first. So for us, how to determine the residential status of an individual? So to determine the residential status of an individual, we first check two basic conditions. Two basic conditions are given in section number 6.1. 6.1 will give you two basic conditions. First condition, that the individual should stay in India during the relevant previous year for a period of 182 days or more. If that individual has satisfied this basic condition A, he will be treated as resident. But if his stay in India during the relevant previous year does not exceed 182 days, or even it is not equal to 182 days, that means his stay in India is less than 182 days, then there is another condition, another way in which he can be treated as a resident, and that another way is basic condition B, which says that his stay in India during the relevant previous year, even though it is less than 182 days, still he will be treated as a resident, provided his stay in India during the relevant previous year is 60 days or more. And apart from that, his stay in India during the last 4 previous years should also be 365 days or more. If both these parts of basic condition B are satisfied, that means basic condition B satisfied, assessee will become a resident. Okay. So two conditions we checked yesterday. Okay. Now let's look at the conditions first. Okay. See here. See, this is the residential status part. Okay. Here we are talking about individuals and we are going to do these three sections. Okay. These three subparts of section 6. First, residential status of an individual. An individual can either be a resident or he can be treated as a non-resident. But when we can call him a resident, to call him a resident, we'll have to check two basic conditions. Okay, 6.1, two basic conditions. Stay in India greater than equal to 182 days. If that is not satisfied, stay in India greater than equal to 60 days. In the relevant previous year, last 4 years, the total should be 365 days or more. Okay, this I have already explained. Now, please pay attention. If you satisfy basic condition A and become resident, will you go and check basic condition B? No, no need to check. But if you don't satisfy basic condition A, then you will go and check basic condition B. Okay. Now please pay attention. Either of the two conditions you fulfill, you will become what? Resident. Now after becoming resident, no, you are by default ordinary. You are by default ordinary resident. Meaning that if you want to become not ordinary resident, there are two additional conditions which I am going to discuss now. If you fulfill any one of the additional conditions, the government will call you not ordinary resident. If you do not fulfill any of the additional conditions, you were being treated as ROR and you will still be treated as ROR only. Getting my point? Now two additional conditions I am telling you. Okay. First additional condition, wait. Okay. See, once an individual becomes a resident, by satisfying any one of the basic conditions of section 6 subsection 1, okay, and he has also satisfied any one of the following two additional conditions of section 6, that means two additional conditions are given in 6.6. Those two additional conditions you are supposed to check now. Any one additional condition you fulfill. And what are two additional conditions? First additional condition is that out of the last 10 previous years, in all the 10 previous years, your status should have been non-resident. If not 10, then at least 9 previous years, you should have been a non-resident. So if you are becoming a resident right now, it might be by accident. Accidentally you are becoming a resident right now. So why to call you ordinary in this year if in the last 10 years, all the 10 years or at least in 9 years, you were a non-resident. So why to call you an ordinary right now? We will call you not ordinary resident. Because you are becoming a resident in this year for the first time or for the second time only. Maximum. Because in the last 10 years, all the 10 years or at least 9 years, you were what? A non-resident. So if you fulfill that condition, you have to go and check in the last 10 years, what was the stay? Have you satisfied basic condition A or B in that year? If you have satisfied any of the basic conditions in the last 10 years, that means you were a resident in those years. But if you have failed to fulfill any of the basic conditions in those years, you were what? A non-resident. So you will have to now check the last 10 years also. You will have to calculate the number of days for last 10 years. You will have to go and check for every year that which basic condition is getting satisfied and which basic condition is not getting satisfied. And accordingly, you will determine the residential status, resident or non-resident for all the last 10 years. Now you will have to count that out of the last 10 years, in how many years you are a non-resident. All the 10 years you should be a non-resident. Or if not 10, then at least 9 previous year you should be a non-resident. Minimum 9 years you should be a non-resident. That means in this year we will not call you ROR, we will call you RNOR. But sir, if that condition is not fulfilled, then don't worry, we have another way. We are giving you second chance to become a RNOR. And that second chance is what? Go and check last 7 years. Go and check last 7 years. In those 7 years, your total stay in India should not be more than 729 days. That means your total stay during the last 7 years should be 729 days or less than that. Even a single day more than 729, that means this basic condition B is not fulfilled. Sorry, this additional condition B is not fulfilled. So if you satisfy A, you can call yourself RNOR. Or you satisfy additional condition B, still you can call yourself RNOR. But what if you don't fulfill any of these additional conditions? You cannot call yourself RNOR. You will be treated as ROR only. Because once resident, always ordinary. Once resident, always ordinary. We are giving you 2 chances to become RNOR. But if both the chances are missed, how can we call you RNOR? Getting my point? Now, in certain authors' books, you will see the conditions are additional conditions, but those additional conditions are written and those conditions are reverse of these 2 conditions. There they will say, okay, you should be resident in 2 years, as well as your stay in India should be 730 days or more during the last 7 years. Then you will be treated as ROR. This way, many authors have presented. So they are also correct. But my law does not tell you when to become ROR. The moment you become resident, you become ROR. The law gives you 2 conditions to become RNOR. And I am teaching you as per law. So my income tax law speaks about this. So we will always, in our solutions, we will be following these 2 conditions. Okay, no? The answers will be absolutely correct. No problem. No answers will never be different. Either you catch your ear like this or you catch your ear like this. One and the same thing only. No, you are catching your ear only. Understanding or not? So if you follow 2 conditions, both satisfied, you become ROR. Or reverse both the conditions, any one you fulfill, you become RNOR. One and the same thing. Getting my point? So come on, tell me, first basic condition or second basic condition, A or B, any one fulfilled, you become what? Resident. And once you become resident, you are by default ordinary. But we are giving you 2 extra conditions, 2 additional conditions. Satisfy any one and call yourself RNOR. If you don't fulfill any of the additional conditions, a resident like you will be treated as ordinary only. You cannot call yourself RNOR. So first additional condition, in the last 10 years, for all the 10 years or at least 9 previous years, 9 years out of the last 10 years, you should be a non-resident. Last 7 years, your total stay in India should not exceed 729 days. If any one condition fulfilled, you are RNOR. I hope this is understood. Okay. Now, pay attention. We have to check 2 basic conditions, right? 2 basic conditions. A or B. If you fulfill A, you become resident. If you don't fulfill A, then? If you don't fulfill A, then we check B. Basic condition B. What basic condition B says? Come on, please check. Basic condition is this. Basic condition B is this. Now I will tell you 3 cases. How many cases? 3. 3 exceptional cases. In all these 3 cases, you will always check basic condition A only. In these 3 exceptional cases, basic condition B will not be applicable. Meaning, if you find out in the question that, okay, the assessee is getting covered by any of the 3 exceptions. Now for this assessee, I will determine the residential status based on basic condition A only. I will not check basic condition B. Because basic condition B is not applicable in these 3 cases. Because see, if you see, no, basic condition B is very easy to satisfy. This year only 60 days stay is required. And last 4 years total stay should be 365 days or more. this can be very easily satisfied, meaning that if you are not getting, becoming a resident by satisfying basic condition A, basic condition B is very easy to fulfill. By fulfilling basic condition B, automatically you will become what? Resident. And once you become resident, no, then it becomes very difficult to become RNOR. Because to become RNOR, two additional conditions, those are difficult to satisfy. Just imagine, no, last 10, all the 10 years or at least 9 years, you should be a non-resident. Very difficult to satisfy. Last 7 years, your total stay should be 729 or less. Very difficult to satisfy. And just imagine, if we are dragging you, if you are not becoming a resident by satisfying basic condition A, 182 days stay, and we are dragging you into basic condition B, which is very easily satisfiable, and we are making you resident by applying basic condition B, which you are satisfying, then it will become very difficult for you to become RNOR. Hence, in majority of the cases, you will become ROR, and what will happen? There will be unnecessary hardship on you, that you will have to pay taxes on the foreign income there also and here also in India. Because these three cases, genuine hardship will be there. So to avoid that hardship happening to the assessee, they have covered those three cases in the exception. I hope you all are understanding. Okay. So the first case which I am going to talk is what? See, in the following exceptional cases, the individual shall be treated as a resident only if he has satisfied the basic condition A. Hence, in the following exceptional cases, if the basic condition A is not satisfied, then the basic condition B is not to be verified. Will you check basic condition B? No. Check A if satisfied, resident. If not satisfied, non-resident. That's it. B need not be checked. And the first case is, you are an Indian citizen. During the relevant previous year, you are leaving India for the purpose of employment outside India. So the year in which you are leaving to take employment outside India, meaning that you are going to earn outside India, meaning that you will be earning foreign income there. And just imagine that foreign income will be taxed in that country also. And if you become easily resident over here, you will become ROR also, and that foreign income will be taxed here in India also for the second time. So there will be a genuine hardship here in these kind of cases. So if you stay in India during this year, the year in which you are leaving, okay, in that year, if your stay in India is 182 days or more, only then we are going to call you a resident. Then go and check two additional conditions to become RNOR. Yes or no? But if you are not satisfying basic condition A, don't worry, we will not apply basic condition B. We will not drag you to make you a resident over here by applying basic condition B. For you, basic condition B will not be applicable to avoid that genuine hardship happening to you. Understood? So first case, who will be covered? Any individual will be covered. No, only that individual who is an Indian citizen. You must be an Indian citizen to get covered in this exception. And who is leaving India during the relevant previous year for the purpose of taking employment outside India. Meaning that you are not having job in India. So you are going to take up a new job outside India. Or you are having a job in India, but you are leaving this job and you are going to join a new job outside India. Meaning that you are going outside India for the purpose of employment. So the year in which you are leaving to take the employment, that year, your basic condition B will not be applicable. Only A check and see that you are becoming a resident or not. If A not fulfilled, don't check B, you are a non-resident. That's it. Sure? What if you become a resident by satisfying A? Then you will check additional conditions also. Yes or no? Sure? Now, come the second exception. Second exception la, individual who is an Indian citizen, that Indian citizen is getting covered. Now this Indian citizen is leaving India during the relevant previous year, but he is leaving on an Indian ship as a crew member. So there is an Indian ship. On that Indian ship, you are working as a crew member, and now you are leaving India on this ship. Indian ship is leaving India. So with this Indian ship, you are also leaving India, but you are leaving India on this ship as a crew member of this ship. Then for you also, basic condition B will not be applicable. Getting my point? So an Indian citizen who is leaving India during the relevant previous year for the purpose of employment outside India, or an Indian citizen who is leaving India during the relevant previous year as a crew member on an Indian ship. For these two types of Indian citizen who are leaving India, basic condition B will not be applicable if they are leaving India for the purpose of employment outside India or as a crew member on an Indian ship. Sure. Now see, there are certain problems which happens when you try to determine the stay in India for these citizens. Now see what will happen now if there is a ship. Ship is leaving Chennai port. Ship is standing on the Chennai port, and from Chennai port the ship will leave for Malaysia, example, or Singapore. So ship will go from Chennai port to Singapore, or ship will go from Mumbai port to Malaysia, example. Now on this ship is not going to sail on its own, no. To sail that ship, to take that ship from one port to another port in another country, the ship needs to be sailed, and the ship will be sailed by the help of the crew members who will be working on that ship. Just imagine it is a huge ship carrying passengers or goods. So on that ship, there will be many, members of the crew, including the captain of the ship. They will be called by that shipping company that, okay, now the ship is about to leave on this and this date. So wherever you are supposed to join this ship by this date. So some crew member will be in Ahmedabad, some crew member will be in Cochin, some crew member will be in Bangalore, some crew member will be in Mumbai, some crew member will be, all the crew members will be from different parts of India, all will assemble on the ship. Necessary clearances from the port authorities will be received and the ship will be allowed to leave. Getting my point? Now the ship will be allowed to leave. Till that time the ship will be on territorial waters of India. And once it crosses the territorial waters of India, it reaches the international waters, then we can say that ship has left India, because till that time it is in territorial waters of India. Now sailing through international waters, the ship will reach Singapore. After unloading the passengers, goods, etc., again loading the new passengers and goods, the ship will again come back. And the moment it will enter into territorial waters of India, tell me again it has come back to India. Now you are on that ship as a crew member. If the ship is leaving territorial waters, that means you are also leaving territorial waters. Ship is coming in the territorial waters, that means you along with the ship, on that ship, you also are coming in the territorial waters. But it becomes very difficult to identify or determine that exactly at what point in time you are entering in India, meaning territorial waters of India. It becomes very difficult to identify that at what point in time you are leaving the territorial waters of India. So there were always doubts here that, see what happens now, whenever you join that ship, okay. So for example, I am a crew member on that ship and the company called me that this particular date the ship is about to reach. So I joined the ship 3 days early only, 3-4 days early. So now I cannot say no that, see, I have joined, let's move the ship, let's go out. No, because others are also supposed to come. Okay, there will be loading of the passengers, goods also, port authorities, clearances will be there. It will take some time. But the moment I'll join the ship, I am on that ship, but still I am on the territorial waters of India. Until the time the ship is not leaving the territorial waters of India, I will be in India. So till that time, my stay in India should be counted. Sure or no? Now the moment the ship will come back, it will enter into territorial waters of India. I have already come to India. The moment it crosses and comes in the territorial waters, I have come to India, meaning my stay in India started. But it is very difficult to determine. that at what point in time the ship is leaving, at what point in time the ship is coming in the territorial waters of India. And just imagine how many ships like this will be coming and going from India and to India. And for every ship, it becomes very difficult to identify that when it is leaving territorial waters, when it is coming into the territorial waters. So the crew members, they stay in India. To determine that stay in India, to count the number of days stay in India becomes very difficult. Getting my point? So there was no clarity that how to determine the stay in India for these kind of crew members. So to avoid the confusions and bring a uniformity in determining what their stay in India, the income tax rules gave rule number 126. This is the first time when I am referring income tax rules with Income Tax Act, as I told you that we are going to learn income tax law. So with Income Tax Act, wherever necessary, we are going to study income tax rules also. So this is the first time when I am using the reference of income tax rules in the provisions of Income Tax Act. So in order to determine the stay in India of this type of crew member, rule number 126 says that certain period which is written in rule number 126 will not be counted as the stay in India for this crew member. So exclude that period from his stay in India. Getting my point? Hello? Certain period which is written in rule number 126, that period will not be counted as stay in India for this crew member. So please exclude that period while calculating his stay in India. And what is that period? The period of stay in India for such individual shall not include the period starting from date of joining the ship and ending on the date of signing off from the ship. So these two dates you are supposed to count. Date when you are joining the ship and date when you are signing off from the ship. These two dates and the period between these two dates, you will not be considered as you are staying in India. So when you are staying in India, before the date of joining, you are staying in India. After the date of signing off, you are staying in India. From date of joining till date of signing off, you are not in India. Getting my point? But from where you will get these two dates? You will ask the crew member. No. That crew member is issued a certificate. Name of that certificate is continuous discharge certificate. See, whenever the shipping company will call that come join the ship, tentatively a period will be written, a certificate will be issued to you, and that same certificate is given to the shipping authorities also. Sorry, port authorities also. That see, along with us, these many crew members we are taking away, and these are the certificates for these crew members. In this certificate, we have written that what is the date of joining for all the crew members, and after going, when the ship is coming back, a tentative date will be mentioned. And on this date, we consider that he will sign off from the ship. Sign off means he will be leaving from the ship. So that tentative date is given in this certificate, which is valid for all the legal formalities and port formalities. Getting my point? So this is the best way to determine these two dates, because these two dates for every crew member will be given in the continuous discharge certificate. Getting my point? And this is a valid document for port clearances and all. Okay. So tell me, will you be issued a continuous discharge certificate? Yes. And in that certificate, your date of joining will also be written. Maybe you are joining on the same date, or maybe you are joining before also. It will not make any difference. Maybe you are coming back before the date of signing off or on the date of signing off. It will not make any difference. But majority of the times, the ships come back before this date only, because they will always consider 15, 20 days or a month extra when you will be signing off from the ship, because of the risk involved in high seas and all. Getting my point? So a date will be given, date of joining will be given in this certificate, and a date of signing off will be given in this certificate. From this date till this date, you are not in India. So whenever you will be calculating the stay in India for these type of crew members, please don't include this period. You will always include the period after the date of signing off, or the period and the period before the date of joining. That's it. Understanding? For example, if the date of joining given is 6th of July 2024, come on, this is the date of joining given in the CDC, and the date of signing off given is 31st December 2024. Possible? These two dates are coming from this certificate only. So from 6th July, you are not in India. Till 31st December, you are not in India. Meaning that, how many days are there in July? July has how many days? 31. Out of 31, first 5 days you were in India, no? 5 July, hello, till 5th July, you are in India, no? From 6th, you are not in India. So out of 31, reduce 5. You will get 26. 26 days in July, you are outside. Then August, September, October, November, and till 31st December, you are outside. So I will count the 31st day of December also. Now, can you please calculate how many days are there? 178. Are you all getting 178 days? How many days? Please check. Properly check. 26 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31. 179 days. Everyone. For these 179 days, you are not in India. Meaning, how many days are there in our previous year? 1st April to 31st March 25? 365. Out of 365, 179 days you are not in India. Reduce 179. How many days remaining? 186 days you are staying in India. Got it? So your stay in India will be 186 days. You can calculate your stay in India like this also. Another way to calculate. From 6th July you are outside, no? Meaning that April 30 days you are in India, May 31 days you are in India, June 30 days you are in India, and 5th July, till 5th July you are in India, because 6th July you are outside. Yes or no? So how many days? Count. 96 days. 96 days? Yes or no? 96 days. Please remember. Huh? Now, 31st December till 31st you are outside India. Can I say January full 31 you are in India? February 28 days you are in India, and March 31 days you are in India. Count. You will get exact 90 days. 90 plus 96 will give you 186 also. This way also you can calculate your stay in India. Automatically you ignore this, count only the stay in India. Or you calculate the stay outside India, reduce that from 365, you will get the stay in India. Both ways the answer will be same. Okay? Sure? Now please pay attention. This was the second case where you are not going to check basic condition B. But in the second case, whenever you will be calculating the stay in India, you have to exclude this period. Understood? Now coming to the third exception is about an Indian citizen only. But here they have covered one more type of person, that is a person of Indian origin. Meaning this fellow is not an Indian citizen, but he has some connection with India. And that is the reason why we call him a person of Indian origin. Maybe he is an Australian citizen, but he is a person of Indian origin. Maybe he is a Canadian citizen, but he is a person of Indian origin. See, if you are an Indian citizen, no, then the things are okay. But if you are not an Indian citizen, then you can be treated as a person of Indian origin also. But when you can call someone as a person of Indian origin, in order to call someone as a person of Indian origin, either that person himself was born in undivided India, or any of his parents were born in undivided India, or any of his grandparents, maternal or paternal, any of his grandparents were born in undivided India. If he was born in undivided India, he is a person of Indian origin. Oh, he is born outside India. So his mother or his father, any of them would have been born in undivided India, still he is a person of Indian origin. Oh, his mother, father, both born outside India. So any of his grandparents, grandma, grandpa, either from mother's side or father's side, any one of them were born in undivided India, hence he will be treated as a person of Indian origin. What do you mean by undivided India? India prior to 1947. That time, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh were all one country. That is known as undivided India. So in 1947, if you were born in Lahore, that means you are born in undivided India. Or any of your parents were born in Lahore, that means you are a person of Indian origin. Or any of your grandparents were born in Lahore prior to 1947, then also you are a person of Indian origin. Just imagine, either you or your parents or your grandparents, any of them were born in undivided India, that means you must have relatives here in India. You must have your ancestors, your ancestral property, your relatives, etc. in India. Even though you are settled outside India, even though you are a citizen of any other country, but still your roots are here, no? Still your family is here, still many of your ancestors are here, ancestral property, etc. is here. So sometimes you might be missing them. And from there you are coming here to visit them, to meet them. And once you will visit, you will go away. And if you are coming from US so far to meet your family, to meet your extended family, etc., at least you will be staying here for 2-3 months, because the tickets are very costly, no? 1 lakh rupees one way journey and 1 lakh rupees other way journey, 2 lakh rupees you will be spending just to stay 2 days. At least you will be staying here for 2-3 months, no? Gone. Your stay in India is 60 days or more. And you have been doing this since the last 4-5 years. So your total stay during the last 4 years, 365 days or more. You are a resident now. The moment you become a resident, you'll say, "Ayyo, I become a resident. Even though I did not stay for 182 days or more, still they are calling me a resident." Why? Because basic condition B applied. And basic condition B applied, you are becoming a resident just because you are coming for a visit. Will you ever come to visit now? Because the moment you will become a resident, your foreign income will also be taxed in India. So these type of people, they will refrain themselves from coming to India to visit. So just imagine, it will be a very bad thing for them and also for our country also, no? That the people who are having roots here, they are not only coming to India to pay the visit, to meet everyone over here. Why? Because they are afraid that even if they are coming and staying here for 2-3 months, they are still considered as resident in India. And once they become a resident in India, it is very easy to become resident by applying basic condition B. Okay, once they become a resident in India, they will have to pay their tax of foreign income. They will have to pay tax in India. So this is bad. So what the government was doing earlier, that if you are an Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin coming to India during the relevant, not going, now you are coming to India during the previous year for the purpose of visit, not permanently settling down. You are coming here for the purpose of visit. You will come, you will stay here for some time and then you will go back. Your visit. So for citizens like you or for person of Indian origin like you, we will not apply basic condition B. Earlier, this was the exception. But 3-4 years back, what they have done, that they have put a condition here. That see, if you want to get covered in the third exception, no, we will cover you in the third exception only if your total income is 15 lakh rupees or less. So in order to get covered under the exception and saying that B condition is not applicable for you, your total income should not be more than 15 lakhs. It should be 15 lakhs or less. And now total income, by total income, what do we mean? Total of all the incomes which you are earning from India, excluding the income of your foreign sources. But don't exclude the foreign source which is a business or profession which you are controlling from India or which was set up in India. That foreign source income you have to include. So when you will calculate this 15 lakh rupees limit, no, you will have to consider income from all the Indian sources. Don't include income from foreign sources, exclude them. But one foreign source which was business or profession outside India, which you were controlling from India or it was set up in India, that foreign source, if you are earning income, that also you include. But all the other foreign sources income you don't include. Yes or no? Now the total is there. No, it is your total income. It should be 15 lakhs or less. Only then you are getting covered here. Earlier, this 15 lakh limit was not applicable. Earlier, whatever may be your total income, either it is 15 lakhs, less than 15 lakhs, more than 15 lakhs. Earlier, every Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin coming to India for the purpose of visit was covered in exception number 3. But 3-4 years back, what they did, they put one condition over here, and as a result of that, only those individuals and person of Indian origin coming for a visit to India will be covered whose total income will be 15 lakhs or less. Meaning that even if you are an Indian citizen, even if you are a person of Indian origin, even if you are coming for a visit, but if your total income, this total income exceeds 15 lakhs, you will not be covered in exception now anymore. Ayyo. Now just imagine if this fellow will come whose total income is more than 15 lakhs. Earlier he used to, that fellow used to get covered by exception, but from now onwards he will not be covered by exception because his total income is more than 15 lakhs. And now for him, if the basic condition B is applicable, 60 days in the current year and the last 4 years, 365 days, he will very easily become what? Resident. And this is an injustice which we are doing, which we know. Government says that we know that we are doing something wrong. We should not be doing this. But what to do? They are very rich people. We have eyes on their foreign income also. But not covering them in exception and saying that basic condition B is not applicable for, basic condition B is also applicable for you, will be a very big injustice. So what we are going to do, if an Indian citizen is there or a person of Indian origin is there who is coming to India for the purpose of visit, if his total income is up to 15 lakhs, we'll cover him in the exceptions. But if his total income is more than 15 lakhs, we'll not cover him in the exception, meaning that now basic condition B will be applicable for him. But this will be a big injustice for him. So what we will do, we will relax the basic condition B for him. We will make the basic condition B special for him. Now he is a special case for us. Now he is a special case for us. For him, basic condition B we will check. But instead of 60 days in the current year, we will check 120 days. We will give 60 days extra leverage to him. Getting my point? So now, for an Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin coming to India for the purpose of visit and his total income if exceeds 15 lakhs, he will not be covered by exception. He will be covered by special case. And for him, now you will have to check. He will not be covered by exception. He will be covered by special case. And for him, now basic condition B shall also be verified. And for him, the basic condition B will be normal basic condition B or special basic condition B. Now the basic condition B will also be a special basic condition B for him. Instead of checking 60 days in the current year, now we will check 120 days in the current year. He should stay in India for 120 days or more, as well as his stay in the last 4 years should be 360 days or more, 365 days or more. Only then we will say that he has satisfied basic condition B. We will not check 60 and 365, rather we will check 120 and 365. Understood? Actually speaking, this was not getting applicable to him. But we are dragging him by applying basic condition B on him and giving some relaxation. Okay, take basic condition B as 120 and 365. Still it is an injustice. Now just imagine, what if he stays 120 days in India in the current year and last 365 days, last 4 years, 365 days or more, he has satisfied basic condition B, and now he will become what? Resident. But just imagine, for him, prior to this amendment came, this condition was not applicable only. So if he has not satisfied A, he was supposed to become a non-resident only. But we have dragged him, applied basic condition B on him, getting my point. And now this poor fellow who is not satisfying basic condition A, he had to become a non-resident, but still we are applying basic condition B and making him a resident, and now telling him to go and check additional conditions will be again an injustice for him. So if he has not satisfied basic condition A, we will apply basic condition B, special one. Actually speaking, this should not be applicable on him at the first instance. But still we have applied it. And unfortunately, he has fulfilled this basic condition B and is becoming what? Resident by satisfying this condition. And now we will tell him to go and check additional conditions also to become what? RNOR. This will be injustice multiplied by 2, no? So we won't do it. If you fulfill this basic condition B, in special case, special basic condition B is applicable. If you fulfill this, directly you are RNOR. No need to check additional conditions also. Got it? Directly you will be treated RNOR. But what if you fulfilled basic condition A? Will you check this? No. You will become a resident normally only, no? Then go and check additional conditions also. Got it? Everyone, I will ask you, huh? Sure? Okay, perfect. So this was your special case. Now in the special case, see, 3 exceptions we were talking now. So first of all, we checked that there are 2 basic conditions. 2 basic conditions, 182 days stay. Fulfilled, then resident. Check additional conditions. If not fulfilled, then check B. If B fulfilled, then also resident. Go and check additional conditions. Yes or no? Are there any exceptions to basic conditions? Yes, there are 3 exceptions. An Indian citizen leaving India during the relevant previous year for the purpose of employment. An Indian citizen leaving India during the relevant previous year as a crew member on an Indian ship. But for this Indian citizen, his period of stay in India will not include the period starting from date of joining and ending on date of signing off as per the continuous discharge certificate. Yes or no? Third, an Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin during the relevant previous year coming to India for the purpose of visit will also be covered by exception, provided his total income does not exceed 15 lakhs. Now in this total income, will you include income of all the Indian sources? Yes. Will you include income of foreign sources? No. But include the income of business or profession which was outside India, controlled from India. Include that income. Rest all the foreign sources income exclude. Total income should be 15 lakhs or less. But what if this Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin who is coming to visit during the relevant previous year, coming to a visit, and what if his total income exceeds 15 lakhs? He will be covered by special case. What to be done in special case? That we are going to discuss. But wait, what if he is covered by exceptions? 3 exceptions. What if the assessee gets covered in any of the 3 exceptions? For him, his residential status will be determined only on the basis of basic condition A. For him, basic condition B is not applicable. Exception number 1, exception number 2, exception number 3. All the cases, basic condition A will be checked. If A fulfilled, he becomes resident. Then go and check additional conditions. Yes or no? But A not fulfilled, B is not applicable. Yes or no? Now, if you are getting covered in the 3rd exception, will you check A? Yes. Not satisfied then? Will you check B? No. You will be directly treated as non-resident. Getting my point? But what if you are not getting covered by 3rd exception? Meaning that you are an Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin coming to India for the purpose of visit, but your total income exceeds 15 lakhs. Now you will not be covered by exception, meaning basic condition B will now be applicable to you. You are covered on in special case. So special case means basic condition B also special. Instead of 60 and 365, what you will check? 120 and 365. What if you are covered in special case? Will you check basic condition B first? No. You are supposed to check basic condition A. Still you are supposed to check basic condition A first. Are you covered by special case? Yes. Check basic condition A. Fulfilled? You are a resident. Go and check additional conditions to become RNOR. Yes or no? But what if you don't fulfill basic condition A? Now basic condition B, special one, will be applicable. If you satisfy that, you become a resident by satisfying special basic condition B. You will be directly treated as RNOR. No need to check additional conditions. Got it? Sure. And what if you are not covered by exceptions, not covered by special case, then you are a normal case. Normal case, what we do? A or B? Resident. And if you become a resident, go and check additional conditions to become what? RNOR. So now the summary, whatever we have discussed so far, the summary of that. Okay. I will be asking you, you will be answering me. Okay. First case. I am talking about 3 exceptions. Should I repeat or you remember the exceptions? You remember, no? Okay. All the 3 exceptional cases. Okay. In the 3 exceptional case, my first step will be to check which condition. Always, in any case, exception, special case, normal case, always you will check basic condition A first. Always. Okay. Your stay in India in the relevant previous year should be 182 days or more. So always check basic condition A, that is greater than equal to 182 days stay. Yes or no? What if this basic condition A is fulfilled? Even though you are covered by exception, basic condition B is not applicable. A is applicable, no? You checked A and you satisfied A. That means your stay in India was 182 days or more. Have you fulfilled the condition? Yes. And if you have fulfilled the condition, what you will become? You will become resident. And once you become a resident, no, even if you are covered by exception, satisfied basic condition A, you have become resident, no. Once you become a resident, you are automatically ordinary only. But can you be treated as RNOR? Yes. So for that, what you will do? You will check additional condition. Now, what is the additional condition? Come on, tell me. Additional condition A says that non-resident in at least 9 out of 10 previous years. Yes or no? 9 on 10. This condition you will check first. If this is fulfilled, then the resident who has fulfilled the first additional condition will become what? RNOR. Yes or no? But what if he has not fulfilled the additional condition? There is another additional condition. Additional condition B, which says that your stay in India during the last 7 previous years should be less than or equal to 729 days, last 7 years. Yes or no? If you fulfill this condition, then so we gave you the second chance to become RNOR. You have fulfilled the second additional condition. By satisfying the second additional condition, you can be treated as what? RNOR. Yes or no? Come on, tell me. Now, if you are not satisfying additional condition B also, that means now your status cannot be RNOR. A resident like you, we gave you 2 chances to become what? RNOR. You did not fulfill additional condition A also, you did not fulfill additional condition B also, we cannot call you RNOR. A resident like you will be treated as ROR. Got it? Sure? But this you will do only if you satisfy basic condition A and become resident. But what if you don't satisfy basic condition A? Come on. When we don't satisfy basic condition A, we have another way to become a resident. That is our basic condition B, which says that 60 days in the current year, 60 days or more in the current year, plus 365 days or more in the last 4 years. But don't you think that this basic condition B will not be applicable only? Why? Because it is covered by 3 exceptions. So if you don't satisfy basic condition A, don't go and check basic condition B, because that is not applicable for you. You are covered by exceptions. Understanding? So which means that now you will call yourself as what? Non-resident. Basic condition A not fulfilled, B not applicable, call yourself a non-resident. That's it. And once you become a non-resident, then I request, don't go to additional conditions. Huh? You will go to additional condition only if you become a resident. Understanding? So this was about 3 exceptions. So whenever you see any case in the question where you find out these 3 exceptions are there, any of these 3 exceptions, the assessee is getting covered here in the question, your process should be like this only. This is a mind map. Got it? Now what if in the question they are saying that you are covered by special case? Come on, tell me. Special case means, you remember, no? Special case, Indian citizen, person of Indian origin, during the relevant previous year, coming to India for the purpose of visit. Visit should be there, and your total income is more than 15 lakhs. Then automatically from exception you are thrown out, and from the third exception if you are thrown out, you are going to come in the special case. Okay. Now in the special case, what will be your first duty? What will be your first step? Always check basic condition A everywhere. Okay. Check basic condition A. Basic condition A, 182 days or more. Is it satisfied? The answer is yes. So you become what? Resident. And once you become resident, you will check additional conditions of 6(6). Yes or no? What is additional condition A? 9 out of 10 years you are a non-resident at least, or last 7 years your stay 729 days or. So if you check additional condition any one, if you fulfill, you become RNOR, and if you don't fulfill, no additional condition is fulfilled, you will be treated as ROR only. Done, no? Sir, basic condition A was not fulfilled, so will be basic condition B applicable here? Yes. In the special case, if A is not fulfilled, B is applicable and B will be special. What will be B? 120 days and 365 days. Current year, stay should be 120 or more. Last 4 years, stay should be 365 days or more. Yes or no? And what if this special condition you fulfill and you become a resident? Come on. Will you go and check additional conditions of 6(6)? The answer is no. You will be directly treated as what? RNOR. No need to check additional conditions also. But see, you are covered by special case, still additional conditions are checked. But that happens only if you become a resident by satisfying basic condition A. Only then go and check additional conditions. But if A is not fulfilled, B is made applicable, special B, if you satisfy that, then don't go and check additional condition, directly call yourself a RNOR. Done? Now what if, sir, B is also, special condition B is also not fulfilled, sir? Call yourself non-resident. Done? Easy, no? No, made easy. Say thank you. Okay. Now last case, last case is special case. No, special is done. Last case is normal case. In normal case, what you will do? First thing, check basic condition A. If A is fulfilled, you become what? Resident. Yes or no? And once you become resident, check additional conditions of 6(6). If any one fulfilled, you become RNOR. If no additional conditions fulfilled, you become ROR. Easy, no? Sir, basic condition A fulfilled, then resident, then move ahead, check additional conditions. But if basic condition A not fulfilled, then sir, case is normal case, no? And in normal case, if A is not fulfilled, we go and check normal basic condition B. Yes or no? So what you will do? You will check basic condition B, normal, 60 days and 365 days condition. 60 days in the current year, last 4 years, 365 days. Okay. So if this is getting fulfilled, then we become what? Resident. And once we become resident, we follow the same procedure. Check the additional conditions. But what if basic condition B is also not fulfilled, sir? Call yourself a non-resident. Sure, sir. Done. Residential status of individuals. But wait. There is one catch. And I will tell you the catch now. Okay. Pay attention. If we say 3 exceptions, or we say special case, or we say normal case, okay, tell me, usually we check basic condition A, basic condition B, okay, no? But in exception, don't you think basic condition B is not applicable only? In 3 exceptions, basic condition B not to be checked only, not applicable. But in special case, basic condition B is applicable, special. Normal case, basic condition B is applicable, normal. Done, no? What if A is not fulfilled? B is not applicable. What you become? Non-resident. What in special case, A is not fulfilled? Will you go and check B? Will you go and check B? Yes, B is special B. Special B also checked. Special B is also not fulfilled. What you will become? Non-resident. Normal case, basic condition A not fulfilled and basic condition B not fulfilled. What you will become? Non-resident. Understood, no? So whatever basic condition which was getting applicable on you, if you don't fulfill those basic condition, you are about to become what? Non-resident only, no? Sure. But wait. The government will not allow you to become a non-resident very soon. You will be, desperately wanting to become a non-resident. But the government will not, allow you to move fast to become a non-resident. Government will try to hold you back. Here, there is a wall. Before you become a non-resident, because you have not satisfied any of the applicable basic conditions, yes or no? Either you are covered here, or you are covered here, or you are covered here, and whatever basic condition which were applicable to make you what? A resident, you are not satisfying those basic conditions. So you are now about to become a non-resident. But before you call yourself a non-resident, 6(1)(a) will come in the picture. 6(1)(a) is a wall which will stop you to become a non-resident. And if you are getting covered by 6(1)(a), if conditions of section 6(1)(a) you fulfill, that means now you will be treated as deemed resident. You are about to become a non-resident. No, you are covered in 6(1)(a). We will not call you a non-resident. We will deem you as if you are a resident in India. And now you become a resident. Will you go and check 6(6) to become RNOR? If this is done, no, this is completely wrong. See, you are about to become a non-resident, not liable to pay tax on any of your foreign incomes in India, but we are snatching you from behind and we are bringing you to 6(1)(a) and making you a resident. Even though you are not a resident, we are deeming you a resident. The person who was about to become a non-resident, we are deeming him a resident, and later on we are telling him to go and fulfill any one of the additional conditions to become what? RNOR, that will be a complete injustice. We will not tell you to go and fulfill 6.6, call yourself RNOR. So two places. Once you become a resident, no? Two places. Once you become a resident, no need to check additional conditions. You are directly RNOR. And which are those two cases? First case, if you are covered by special case. If you are covered by special case, basic condition A not fulfilled, special basic condition B applicable, and you are fulfilling special basic condition B, you will be a resident. No need to check additional conditions. Call yourself RNOR. Yes or no? And second case, if none of the basic conditions are fulfilled, you are about to become a non-resident, but you were covered by 6.1a. But you were covered by 6.1a because you fulfilled the conditions of 6.1a. Still, you will be treated as RNOR. Being a deemed resident, we will call you RNOR. No need to check additional conditions here also. Except these two cases. What did I say? Except these two cases, whenever you will become a resident, you will always check additional conditions to become RNOR. But these two places don't check additional conditions. Will you remember this? Sure. What if you are covered in normal case? What if you are covered in normal case? Basic condition A, basic condition B, any condition you fulfill, you become a resident. Now you have to check additional conditions also. What if you are covered in exceptions? Basic condition A you fulfill, you become resident, and you have to check additional conditions. What if you are covered in special case and you fulfill basic condition A there? You become a resident, you have to check an additional conditions. Getting my point? But if you are covered by 6.1a, you are deemed as a resident, you are about to become a non-resident, but you are covered in 6.1a and you are becoming a deemed resident, no need to check 6.6 additional condition, you are directly treated as RNOR. Second case, if you are covered in special case, not fulfilling basic condition A, but fulfilling the special basic condition B, and you are becoming a resident by fulfilling basic condition B, special basic condition B, that time also you are becoming a resident, we will directly call you RNOR, no need to fulfill additional conditions of 6.6. Got it? We will check in the questions that whether we are actually able to apply these provisions or not. I'm making you ready to solve the questions now. But one question should come. Sir, what are the conditions under 6.1a? If I satisfy, I will become deemed resident. So, first condition, who will be treated as a deemed resident? A person who is not becoming a resident by satisfying basic condition A or B. If he is becoming resident by satisfying A or B, then there is no need to deem him, no? Meaning that he has not satisfied any of the basic conditions and he was about to become a non-resident. We will cover that person under 6.1a who has not satisfied basic condition A or B and who is an Indian citizen. See, we cannot deem citizen of any other country as a resident in India. Just imagine a person from USA. US citizen is there. He is not satisfying basic condition A, not satisfying basic condition B, and the government of India is saying, we will deem you as a resident in India. There will be a fight between India and US. Understand? A citizen of Germany, he is not satisfying basic condition A or not satisfying basic condition B in India, and the government is saying, so what? So what? You are not satisfying basic condition A or B, no? We will cover you in 6.1a, we will call you deemed resident. Then what is the point of making these kind of conditions? Call everyone a resident only, no? Understand? And it will affect the relationships between two countries. that our citizens coming to your country, you are making them resident. If they are not becoming resident by satisfying basic conditions in your country, you are deeming them as resident so that you can take taxes on their incomes in India, which they are earning outside India also. Your logic is that only, no? Why are you making them resident in India? You want to charge their income, foreign incomes in India. If they are straight away becoming resident, then the thing is different. But if they are straight away not becoming resident in your country, why are you deeming them as a resident of your country? Do whatever you want to do with your citizens. Don't do these kind of stuff with the citizen of other countries. India said, okay, good idea. We can do whatever we want with our citizens. Hence, Indian citizen. So if you are an Indian citizen, not becoming a resident, straight away not becoming a resident, about to become a non-resident, we will cover you in 6(1)(a). So under 6(1)(a), which type of individuals will be covered? Only Indian citizens will be covered. And these Indian citizens will be having a total income of more than 15 lakhs. Which total income you already know? Total income from all sources, excluding foreign sources. But one foreign source don't exclude. Which foreign source? Business or profession outside India but controlled from India or set up in India. That foreign source don't exclude. If you are an Indian citizen, during the previous year, your total income also exceeds 15 lakhs, plus you are not liable to pay tax. What? You are not liable to pay tax outside India, because outside India meaning foreign country, you are not liable to pay tax in foreign country because this foreign country, the residence rule or domicile rule, based on which the income of that country gets taxed in that country, you are not satisfying the domicile or residence rule of that country. Meaning that you are earning income from some foreign country. That income will be taxable in that country, provided you are a resident of that country or a domicile in that country. You are not a resident of that country, you are not a domicile of that country. Hence, any income which you are earning in that country is not taxable in that country. And that is your foreign income if you see from the perspective of India. From the Indian perspective, what income you are earning? Foreign income in that country. And my goodness, that foreign income in that country, you are not liable to pay tax on that income in that country. Why? Because that income is taxable there based on residence or domicile in that country. So you are not satisfying the resident condition or domicile condition of that country. Hence, whatever income you are earning in that country is not getting taxed in that country. And if you are coming to India, Indian citizen, you are coming to India, for you that is a foreign income. Will not be taxed in your hands in India also if we allow you to become what? Non-resident. Just imagine, an income which is not getting taxed there will not be taxed here in India also if we allow you to become what? Non-resident. Hence, we deem you as a resident and we make you what? RNOR, so that at least out of all the foreign incomes, we are able to tax one foreign income. All the foreign incomes not taxable there and not taxable here also if you become what? Non-resident. But out of all the foreign incomes, one foreign income, which income from a business or profession outside India, which is controlled from India, not taxed there. And if we make you non-resident here, it will not be taxed here also, no? So we will not allow you to become what? Non-resident. We will call you what? Deemed resident, and will make you what? RNOR. And the moment you will become RNOR, just imagine, the foreign income from a business or a profession which was controlled from India or which was set up in India, at least that foreign income will be taxed in India. If not taxed there, but at least it will be taxed in India. Getting my point? At least you should pay tax on that income in one country. No, if you are not paying there, pay here. Understood? Just imagine how smart the government lawmakers are. See, if you would have become a non-resident, for example, 6(1)(a) was not there. 6(1)(a) was not there. If you would have become non-resident, would you have paid tax on your Indian income? Yes. So if we are making you RNOR, yes or no? Then also you are going to pay tax on that Indian income. No. If we are making you RNOR by treating you deemed resident, on your Indian income you are supposed to pay tax. Anyways, you were NR, then also you are liable to pay tax on that Indian income. No. But if we are making you RNOR by covering you in 6(1)(a), you will not pay tax on foreign income, part B. If you would have become a non-resident, you would not have paid tax on part B foreign income. There also not taxed, here also not taxed. No problem, part B foreign incomes. Because it has nothing to do with India. But what about part A foreign income? Part A foreign income is an income from business or profession which is outside India but which you are controlling from India. At least that foreign income you should pay tax in India. And that is possible only if you become what? RNOR. Otherwise, what will happen? On that foreign income, which is part A foreign income, you will not pay tax there also and you will not pay tax here also in India. At least on that foreign income, we want to charge tax from you. And that is possible only if we don't allow you to become non-resident, we call you RNOR. Hence, this deemed resident concept was introduced. So, who will be covered under the deemed resident concept? Indian citizen whose total income is more than 15 lakhs and by reason of domicile or residence of any foreign country, he is not satisfying that domicile condition or resident condition of that country, and as a result of that, his income earned in that country is not taxed in his hands there. So, is he liable to pay tax in the foreign country? No. The income which he is earning in the foreign country, on that income, is he liable to pay tax in that foreign country? No. Why? Because that foreign country is not taking tax from you because you are not satisfying the domicile or residence conditions of that country. Based on that, the income is taxable there. Getting my point? So that foreign income is not taxed there. And just imagine you are not satisfying any of the basic conditions here and we allow you to become what? Non-resident. So you will not pay tax on the foreign income earned there. You are not going to pay tax there also and you are not going to pay tax here also. At least on one foreign income, India should take tax from you. And for that, sorry, we will not allow you to become non-resident. We will make you deemed resident. And by making you deemed resident, we will call you RNOR. And once you become RNOR, no, your Indian incomes will be taxable. Anyways, it was taxable if you would have become NR. We are not charging tax from you on your foreign incomes. Anyways, when you become non-resident, you are not going to pay tax on your foreign income. Yes or no? We are making you RNOR, still we are not taking tax on foreign income. Part B. But part A foreign income is not taxed there. We want to charge tax from you here. For that, we need to call you RNOR. At least in India, you should pay tax on that income if you are not paying there. Got it? Done? Should I move ahead? So this is the end of residential status for individuals. So whatever we have studied now, we'll see one by one. See, this is the residential status of individuals. Resident, non-resident. Once you fulfill any one basic condition of 6(1), you become a resident. Then you go and check additional conditions of 6(6). Then you will be treated as RNOR. And if you don't fulfill any of the additional conditions, you become what? ROR. But what if you don't fulfill any of the basic conditions? Will you be treated as resident? No. You will be treated as non-resident. But before becoming a non-resident, check whether you are getting covered under deemed resident or not. So even before becoming a non-resident, you will have to check that if all the three conditions mentioned in 6.1a, if those are getting fulfilled, I will not become NR, I will be treated as deemed resident. And once I become deemed resident, I will be treated as RNOR. Got it? So, two basic conditions I have written, satisfy anyone. Three exceptions I have already explained. In these three exceptions, check only basic condition A, no need to check B. Okay. Now, special case, check A, not satisfied, then check B, and B is special B, and special B fulfilled, then you become RNOR, no need to check additional conditions. Yes or no? Entire thing which I have explained, no, in written in pure English language and very easily understandable language. The language which I am using in the class, the same language I have used there also. Understood? When you will read all these things, no, you will come to know as if Umang sir is speaking with you while reading these notes. These are so easy. Okay, come. Now 6.1a, I just explained this 6.1a. 6.1a, who is covered? Indian citizen. Not liable to tax in other country, foreign country, by reason of his residence or domicile or any other criteria of similar nature. Because of this reason, he is not liable to pay tax in that country, and his total income also exceeds 15 lakhs. If condition 1, condition 2, condition 3, all the three conditions are fulfilled, this type of Indian citizen will be treated as deemed resident. Deeming required only if basic condition A and B not fulfilled. Only then this deeming is required. If you go and directly fulfill A or B, there is no need to deem, no. When there will be requirement to deem like this? When the government will imagine that you are a resident, when you don't fulfill basic condition A or B, then only come here. You are about to become a non-resident, then only come here. Getting my point? Check. If all these conditions are fulfilled, you are a deemed resident. And if none of the conditions of 6.1a is fulfilled, go call yourself a non-resident, no problem. Got it? Once individual becomes resident, then two additional conditions, do you remember? What are the additional conditions? In the last 10 previous years, at least 9 previous years, your status should have been non-resident. Okay. Then you are supposed to call yourself RNOR. But if that is not satisfied, one more way to call yourself RNOR, in the last 7 previous years, your total stay in India should be 729 days or less. A or B, any one fulfilled, call yourself RNOR. And if A, B, none of them fulfilled, you cannot call yourself RNOR, call yourself ROR. That's it. Done. Now, few important points which I would like to discuss. Okay, wait. An individual who is deemed resident as per section 6.1a shall directly be treated as what? RNOR without verifying the additional condition. Did I tell you this? Yes. An individual not covered by third exception to the basic condition and he has become a resident by satisfying basic condition B. An individual who is not covered by third exception will be covered by special case. Fulfilled basic condition A? No. For him, special basic condition B applicable, and he has fulfilled that basic condition B. He would also be directly treated as RNOR without verifying additional condition. So, two places where you are not supposed to check additional conditions even if you are becoming a resident. One, 6.1a, and two, special case, basic condition B fulfilled that time. Sure? Now, whatever I have discussed now, if you read everything properly and written in your mind, and then just this table, that's it. Entire chapter summary. Every damn single thing is mentioned here. What process you are supposed to follow. See how to read this table. I'll tell you one or two things. I'll tell you, then entire table you are supposed to study. Okay. If you are covered by any of the three exceptions and you satisfy basic condition A, B was anyways not applicable, A was applicable, and A you fulfilled. Basic condition A you fulfilled 182 days or more. Will you become resident? Yes. Go and check additional condition. Additional condition A, B both fulfilled, or additional condition A fulfilled, or additional condition B fulfilled, you will be treated as RNOR. But once you are becoming resident, additional condition, none of the additional condition you fulfill, you become ROR. But sir, three exceptions are there. Basic condition A is applicable, B not applicable, and A you are not fulfilling. Call yourself a non-resident. No need to check additional conditions also. And when you will call yourself non-resident, no, please make sure that you are not getting covered under 6(1)(a). If you are getting covered under 6(1)(a), call yourself deemed resident. Then no, then you will not be treated as non-resident. Getting my point? So before calling yourself a non-resident, check 6(1)(a). If 6(1)(a) is there, deemed resident, then not a non-resident, RNOR. But if 6(1)(a) not satisfied, you are not satisfying basic condition A, call yourself what? NR. And you are not getting covered by 6(1)(a) also. Got it? Like this, you are supposed to read the entire table. Done? Sure? So this is it. Now from the above discussion, it is clear that if the individual has not satisfied any of the basic conditions, then such individual shall be treated as non-resident. But if such individual is covered by 6(1)(a), then he would be treated as deemed resident and not a non-resident. So before calling yourself a non-resident, please check 6(1)(a), whether you are getting covered there or not. If you are not getting covered under 6(1)(a), call yourself a non-resident. Okay? Next one. Important points to remember. Read point number 1, point number 2 and point number 3. These 3 points I want all of you to read, and one by one I will explain. First you read. From the first point, they are telling you that residential status has nothing to do with your citizenship, nationality, domicile or place of birth, etc. Meaning that even if your citizenship, nationality, domicile is not from India, meaning that you are a foreign national, foreign citizen, still you can be treated as resident in India. Because citizenship, nationality, your domicile, your residential place does not have to do anything with residential status in India. It purely depends on stay in India. Even a person who is not a citizen of India can become a resident in India by satisfying basic condition A or basic condition B, any one of them. Even if a person of India, meaning an Indian citizen, can be treated as a non-resident in India if it does not fulfill any of the basic conditions. So your citizenship is irrelevant. Your nationality, your domicile, your place of birth, etc. is irrelevant. Are you an individual? Yes. Check your stay in India. That's it. Based on that, only your residential status will be determined. Understanding? Now, one question I would like to ask you. Who is the Prime Minister of India? Draupadi Murmu or Mr. Modi? Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi. So, Mr. Modi is the Prime Minister of India. Can I call Mr. Modi a non-resident in India? Yes or no? Can I call him that Modi ji, you are non-resident? Absolutely yes. Modi ji is Prime Minister for us. For Income Tax Act, Modi ji is not Prime Minister. Modi ji is an individual. So his designation is not important in Income Tax Act. Income Tax Act will say, Modi ji, you are a Prime Minister for India. For Income Tax Act, you are an individual. Have you fulfilled basic condition A or B? Modi ji will say, no, you are a non-resident. Designation irrelevant. Who is the President of the United States? That mad fellow? Trump, no? Donald Trump. He has brought all of us to the verge of Third World War. Such a mad person. I don't know what the people of US have done, why they have brought him as a president again. Good luck. Good luck to them. Donald Trump, who is a president of the United States, can he be treated as a resident in India? Donald Trump will put a nuclear on it. No, not that. It will not happen. Donald Trump is the president of the United States. For Indian Income Tax Act sees him as an individual only. Are you an individual? Yes. We are not worried about your status, your designation, etc. Are you an individual? Yes. So in the eyes of law, in the eyes of Income Tax Act of India, he is an individual. If he is coming to India, staying here, fulfilling any of the basic conditions, as per the Indian Income Tax Act, he can be treated as a resident also. Yes or no? Sure, everyone. So citizenship, domicile, nationality, your birthplace, and even the designation has nothing to do with your residential status, because it purely depends on your stay in India. Based on that, if basic condition A or B is fulfilled, you will be treated as a resident. If based on that none of the basic conditions is fulfilled, you will be treated as a non-resident in India. Will you remember this? Sure? Okay. Now, it is also immaterial that for what purpose you are staying in India. Because conditions does not tell you that your stay should be for business purpose. Your stay here should be for educational purpose. Your stay here should be for marriage purpose. Your stay can be for any purpose. Have you stayed in India? Yes. Then for what purpose you have stayed is immaterial. We have to count your stay, and in that stay, for whatever purpose you have come to India, that stay in India will consider that period for which you have stayed, for whatever purpose you have stayed. Getting my point? Also, the period of stay should not be continuous or confined to a single place in India. What I mean to say here, that they have not said that continuous period of 182 days or more, continuous period of 60 days or more, continuous period of 365 days or more, continuous period of 729 days or less. No, 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 no. What they want to tell you, that total stay, even if the stay is scattered during a year, you are coming and staying for 10 days, again going, again in the same previous year you are coming for another 20 days, again going, again coming and staying for 50 days, again going. Is the stay continuous? No. So is there any requirement that the stay should be continuous? No. Total stay, they are saying that in a previous year your total stay should be this much. During last 4 years your total stay should be this much. Yes or no? During the last 7 years your total stay should be this much. Total stay they are saying. They are not saying that this much stay should be continuous. Okay. So during that period, whatever stay is there, add all of them, total stay, check total stay. And they are not saying that if you have come, your stay in India should be at a single place. Whatever stay is there in Chennai, we will consider that stay only. What about the stay in Mumbai? What about the stay in Gujarat? What about the stay in Rajasthan? What about the stay in Kerala? Are these stays in India only? Yes. So you are coming and staying at a single place for 182 days, not required. Coming and staying in India, total stay is required. And that total contains stay everywhere in India. This place, this much stay. This place, this much stay. This place, this much stay. All taken together. Total stay. Getting my point? So this was second point. Third point is date of arrival and date of departure. The date on which you arrive in India. This day you have to count as your stay in India. Date of departure. The date on which you are leaving India. Bloody, you are in India. That is the reason why you are leaving on this day, no? So you are leaving today, meaning you are there in India. That is why you are leaving. Left means you are not in India. Getting my point? Left, already outside. Leaving means today departure is happening. So date on which I am departing, as on that date also I am in India. So count that date also. For example, if I say this is your previous year, okay? This is your previous year. From 1st April 2024, you are there in India only. But you had some work, so for work purpose, or for example some vacation, etc., or any damn reason, you went outside India. So this is your date of departure. This is the date on which you are leaving. Okay, so this date is, for example, 12th of May 2024. 12th May 2024 you are leaving. This is your date of departure. Now once you are outside, then again you will come to India, no? So you came to India, and you came to India on 19th of September 2024. So on this date, you have already landed. You are there in India. This is your date of arrival into India. Now tell me, both date of departure as well as date of arrival should be counted as your stay in India. Please remember. Now tell me, 1st April 24, you are in India. 1st April, you are in India. Entire April, you are in India. May also, you are in India. No, May, you are in India till 12th. What did I say? Till 12th. Because on 12th, you are leaving. 12th is your departure date. So can I say on 12 you are in India? After 12 you are not in India. From 13 you are not in India. But till 12 you are in India only, no? Because 12 is the date of departure. The date of departure is the date on which you are in India. On this date you are departing. So tell me, 30 days of April you are in India. In May, how many days you are there? If you are departing on 12th May, so in May, you are in India for 11 days or you are in India for 12 days? Come on, tell me. 12 only, no? After 12, you are not in India. From 13th, you are outside. 13th May till what date you are outside? Till what date you are outside? 18th September. Because 19 you are back to India. So 19th is your date of arrival, will be counted as your stay in India. How many days are there in September? 30. Out of 30, till 18 September you are not in India. So reduce 18. From 19 start counting your stay in India, because 19 is the date of arrival. Got it, everyone? So tell me, 19th to 30th September, how many days? 12 days in September. Then October 31, November 30, December 31, January 31, February 28, and March 31. Please remember, this time February is having 28 days. Why, sir? February 25 is not a leap year. Last year, this same calculation was there. Last year, I was taking 29 over here. Why? Because last year, February 24, 23, 24. 1st April 23 to 31st March 24. So February 24 was there, and 24 was a leap year, and that time February was having 29 days. This time my previous year is 24, 25. So February will come in 25, and that is not a leap year. So February will have only 28 days. Getting my point? The calculation of number of days, if you will miss a single day, no, your entire calculations will be wrong. Don't think that my loose calculations will be okay. 1 or 2 days here and there. No, sir. 1 or 2 days, entire residential status changes. Entire residential status changes. What if 60 was supposed to come and you calculated only 59? Gone. But actual figure was 60. If you will not focus here, no, your calculation 59 was coming, correct was 59, but you calculated 60. So even one day mistake will cost you your full marks. Not a single day mistake should happen. Okay. And this will come by practice. The more you will practice, the sums like this. And please remember, in the examination, no, minimum 4 marks will be there from this chapter. Either as a part of MCQ or as a part of main question, this chapter is getting asked. Very important chapter for you. Getting my point? So tell me, how many days total? 30 plus 12, 42. And here how many days? Please count. 12 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 31 plus 28 plus 31, 194 plus 42 will give me 236 days. This is my stay in India. Basic condition A, 182 days or more. Fulfilled or not? Fulfilled. I become a resident. Will I check B? No need only. I will now be checking additional conditions. Last 10 years, how many years I was a non-resident? Minimum 9, I should be a non-resident. Last 7 years, number of days, I will calculate. I will total last 7 years stay. And that total should not be more than 729. Any one of the condition, I will be RNOR because I have already become a resident here. Getting my point? Sure. So this was date of arrival and date of departure. Will you include date of arrival in stay in India? Yes. Will you include date of departure also as stay in India? Yes. So whenever you are calculating stay in India, no, in that stay in India, count the date of arrival also, count the date of departure also. After the date of departure, you are not in India. Before the date of arrival, you are not in India. But from date of arrival till date of departure, you are in India. Getting my point? So date of arrival also include, date of departure also include. Done? Now wait. In practical life, no, the entire date of arrival and entire date of departure is not counted. There the calculation happens hourly basis. 24 hours stay will be treated as one day. So for example, today is your date of arrival. Today is, for example, 6th of July. So today is 6th of July, you are coming to India. Okay. What time you are coming? From that time, your stay will be counted. From that time till 24 hours, it will be one day. Then again, another day. Then again, another day. So what happens? For example, you are coming at 5 p.m. on 6th July 2024. 6th July 2024, example. 6th July 2024, you are coming to India at 5 p.m. So on 6th July, can you count the entire 6th July? No. 6th July, your stay is 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. 7 hours. Hello? 5 to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 a.m. 7 hours. So on this date, you are there in India for the full 24 hours? No, only 7 hours for this date. Then from 7th onwards, after 12 a.m., 7th July will start. Full days. 7th July, full day. 8th July, full day. 9th July, full day. Likewise, till the time you will be departing. Okay. So for example, your departure date is 15th of September. 15th of September, your departure date is 3 a.m. at night. Can I say 6th July, your total stay is, wait, I'll write here. 6th July 24, you came at 5 p.m. Okay. So your stay in India for this day is only 7 hours. And from 7th July 2024, for full days you are in India, no? So full 7 counted, full 8th July counted. Likewise, till 14th September, yes or no? Full days will be counted. But when are you leaving? You are leaving on 15th of September 2024. And at what time you will be departing? Your departure time is, example, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. means ending on 14th till 15th September 9 p.m. How many hours are there? 21 hours. So 15th September started at the midnight of 14th. Yes or no? From there till 9 p.m. of 15th September, you are there in India. This is what? 21 hours. These are full days counted. 7 July to 14 September, full days counted. But these 2 days, no? These 2 days. Here your stay is 7 hours. Here your stay is 21 hours. Both taken together, 24 hours exceeds. So it will be another day which will be added to this stay. And extra number of hours which will remain will be 2 hours extra. Not 2, in fact, it will be 4 hours extra. 4 hours extra will remain. So this plus this add more than 24 hours, no? So that 24 hours is a day will be added to this day. And 4 more hours. But these type of calculations is not given in the exam. This is what practically happens. And sir, these details are always available from your passport. Whenever you leave India, no, you require a passport, okay? And you come to India, no, from outside, you require a passport. So passport will tell you when you are leaving, when you are coming. Date wise, time wise, everything will be recorded. Immigration stamps. From there it is calculated. But in the exams, they are not going to put you in trouble like this. So what happens? The date of arrival, full day you count. The date of departure, full day you count as your stay in India. Getting my point? This was your note number 3. Date of arrival, date of departure. So we have finished the residential status of individuals. Now we'll check the questions. Take your ICI study mat. In your ICI study mat, chapter number 2 you will take out. Chapter number 2. In your chapter number 2, illustration 1 is there. On your page number 2.7. Okay. Now see, this is the question which they have given and this is the solution which they have given. Okay. Till here the solution is there. Wait, till here the solution is there. After this again a theory starts. But main solution is till here. Question number 1 and see the solution. You will write your solution like this. No. Because this is a theory way, theory format of writing. How we will write our questions. How we will present. Okay. For that, first let us read the question. Now pay attention. Mr. Anand is an Indian citizen. A member of the crew of a Singapore-bound Indian ship engaged in carriage of passengers in international traffic departing from Chennai port on 6th of June 2024. Believe it or not, Anand is leaving in this year as a crew member on an Indian ship. Foreign-bound Indian ship means an Indian ship which will be traveling through international waters to reach a port outside India. So the ship is a foreign bound ship. Foreign bound ship means that ship is going from one port in India to another port outside India. And that foreign bound ship is an Indian ship. So are you a crew member On an Indian ship, yes. And you are an Indian citizen, yes. And in the current year, you are leaving India as a crew member on an Indian ship. In the current year, your residency status will be determined by checking basic condition A only. What if he was leaving India? He left India last year as a crew member. So he was covered by this exception in the last year. Why? Because he left India last year as a crew member on an Indian ship. So last year's residential status would have been determined on the basis of basic condition A because he left last year. In our case, Anand is leaving in the current year. Check date 6th of June. So are you leaving India during the current previous year as a crew member? Yes. So for current previous year, residential status will be determined on the basis of basic condition A only because you are covered by exception. Yes or no? Now please pay attention. From the following details for the previous year 24-25, determine the residential status of Mr. Anand for the assessment year 20. Sir, for the assessment year or for the previous year? See, whatever details are given, no details will always be given for the previous year. Means current year. And from this detail, I will determine the residential status of this previous year, which will be applicable for the assessment year. What I am going to do? I am going to compute the total income in the assessment year 25-26, and that total income will be of the previous year 24-25. No, previous year 24-25 means my current year only, where I'll be earning the income, and the total income of this year needs to be computed in the assessment year. So in the assessment year, the total income of previous year 24-25 will be calculated. And in that total income, which income will go, which income will not go, will depend on the residency status of 24-25 only. And to determine the residency status of 24-25, I need to check the stay of 24-25 only, no? Understanding? What will be my relevant previous year? 24-25. Residential status for 24-25 will be applicable for assessment year 25-26. But for that, I need to check the stay of 24-25 only, no? Getting my point? Come on, let's see now. Assuming that his stay in India in the last 4 years was 400 days. You are not supposed to calculate how many days stay was there in the last 4 years. They have calculated and they are saying his stay in the last 4 years was 400 days in India. This information is of no use to me because this information is used only if basic condition B is made applicable. Current year 60 days and last 4 years 365 days or more. Last 4 years 365 days or more, yes, it is 400 days. And current year 60 days or more. I don't have to check that condition only. I will check only basic condition A, that's it. If A satisfied, B need not be checked. If A not satisfied, then also B need not be checked because he is covered by exception, and in exceptional case, basic condition B is not applicable. And did I tell you to determine the stay of India of such type of individuals, a certain period is not to be included as per rule 126. The date starting from, the period starting from date of joining and ending on the date of signing off as per the continuous discharge certificate. Can I say both the dates are given? So the period starting from 6th June ending on 9th December, this period will not be counted as your stay in India because this is the period as per continuous discharge certificate. Exclude this period, whatever remains, that is your stay in India. Or only calculate stay in India. Did you calculate the stay? Come on, tell me how many days stay is there for Anand? See, when the ship is leaving Chennai port, etc., I'm not worried about that. I don't have to check when the ship is leaving. I have to check the date of joining and date of signing off. That's it. Prior to date of joining, I was in India. After the date of signing off, I am in India. But from date of joining till date of signing off, I am not in India. That's it. So how many days? From this to this. Let's count. Tell me. 5 days of June, you are not in India. you are in India. Meaning that from 6th, if you are outside, from 6th June you are outside, how many days you are outside in June? Till 5 you are in India, from 6th you are outside, so from 6th till 30th, 25 days of June you are outside India. July 31 days you are outside India, August 31 days, September 30 days, October 31 days, November 30, and till 9th December you are outside India. So 9 days of December. Tell me how many days? 187 days. Starting from 6th June till 9th December. This period is not counted as stay in India. And how much is this period? 187. So out of 365, if I reduce 187, how many days are remaining? 178 days. This is the stay in India. Got it? Or you can directly also calculate April 30 days. Take on the calculator. Come on the calculator. April 30 days. May 31. And June only 5 days you will count, because from 6th you are outside India, no? June only 5 days added. Forget about June, July, August, September. From December again you are in India. So first 9 days of December, forget about it. So balance 22 days of December you are in India. So add 22 days of December. January 31 days, February 28 days, and March 31 days. Your calculator will show this much. That you have directly calculated. You just considered the stay in India. That's it. Meaning you did not consider this period. Or alternatively, 365 minus this period also will give you the same answer. Understanding, no? Now tell me, 178 days is the stay in India during the previous year 24-25? Is it more than 182 days? Is this stay more than 182 days? 182 days or more? No. Basic condition A not fulfilled. Check B. Or not to check B. Not to check. Why? Basic condition B, current year 60 days or more, last 4 years 365 days or more. Applicable or not applicable? Not applicable. Give the reason. This is basic condition C, I know. Basic condition B, I know this is the condition. But this is not applicable. Why not applicable? Give the note. And don't check. Will you check A? Yes, write A. Check A. Give your remarks. Done. Understood? Now how to present? Tell me, will B will be applicable or not applicable? Not applicable. A was applicable, yes, but A is not getting satisfied. What will you become? Non-resident. But before calling you yourself a non-resident, check whether you are covered by 61A. Are you an Indian citizen? Yes. But they have not mentioned your total income. They are not saying that you are not liable to pay tax in a foreign country. That means they don't want to introduce the concept of deemed resident. If they would have wanted, they would have definitely given those informations over here. That means you are not a deemed resident. Understanding? So if you are not fulfilling basic condition A, applicable basic condition A, B was not applicable, A applicable, not fulfilling, you directly become non-resident because you are not satisfying the conditions of 61A is also not applicable, no? So call yourself a non-resident. So what will be the final answer? Looking at this, what will be the residential status of Anand for this year? Anand will be treated as non-resident. And what will be the reason? Because Anand has not satisfied the applicable basic condition A. For him, B is not applicable. Why? Because he is covered by the exception. Only A is applicable, which he is not satisfying because his stay is only 178 days. Hence, we will call him non-resident. Easy, no? But how to present this? Now let's see how to present this. No need to write. I'll share this with you today. Don't worry. This black color sheet you are seeing for the first time, no? I guess. See. Illustration number 1. Now, what is the name of the assessee? Mr. Anand. What is his status? He is an individual. What is his permanent account number? We don't know. Dash. Then why are we writing? Just to make the presentation a little bit better. Always write pen and put a dash. It will never be given in the question. But just to make our presentation a little bit, sweet, cute, we write pen and then write dash. Okay. Now tell me, previous year 24-25, assessment year 25-26. What does this mean? That the residential status for previous year 24-25, which will be applicable for assessment year 25-26, we are determining the residential status for 24-25, which will be applicable in 25-26, and that is given in this table. So first column you will make for conditions. What are the conditions? Do you remember? Two conditions. Basic condition, stay in India during the relevant previous year should be 182 days or more, and write down the basic condition B also. B condition says stay in India during the relevant previous year should be 60 days or more, and the stay in India during the last 4 previous years, that means the 4 previous years immediately preceding to the relevant previous year, is 365 days or more. Have you written this condition? Now tell me, is this condition applicable in the case of Anand? But your examiner would like to see this, that do you know the condition? If A is not fulfilled, why you have not checked B? Understanding? So write B and tell your examiner that we have not checked B. What is the reason? Because B is not applicable. Why B is not applicable? B is not applicable since Mr. Anand is an Indian citizen who is leaving India during the relevant previous year as a crew member on an Indian ship. Hence, he is covered by the exceptions. Hence, B condition is not to be checked. This is something which we know we have to write only in our language. That's it. Will you be able to write like this? Now wait. First column you will make to write conditions. Second column you will make to write actual. This is the condition which says that 182 days stay should be there. What is the actual stay? That actual figures you will write in the second column. Now you will compare the condition with actual and you will say whether the condition is satisfied or not. If satisfied, write down yes. If not satisfied, write down no. And then in the last column you will give your conclusion. Very easy. Now see the solution given there and check the solution, this one. Which one is easy? Simple, sir. Format I remember. Condition, actual, satisfied or not, conclusion. First condition I know, sir. Second condition I know. Second condition not applicable. I have written not applicable and I have given the reason same place. So that examiner does not have to go and check here and there. I have given him everything at same place, single place. Sir, basic condition A, I have written this. Actual I got from where? Actual you got from where? 178 days. No, you are writing 178 days. How did you get this 178? On calculator. You will write here in the bracket on calculator. In the bracket you will write on calculator. Or you might have copied from someone. How the examiner will come to know that 178, which is a correct amount, you have calculated it. So you'll have to show a small working note. See the working note, guys. This is the working note. And in this working note, your 178 days calculation is there. From 6th of June till 9th of December, from the date of joining till the date of signing off, this is not your stay in India. So whatever days prior to this and whatever days after this, that means April, May, June and December to March, these many days is your stay in India. I will add both of them. I will get total stay in India. This is 178. I have written here. This says 182 should be minimum stay or more. How much is your stay? 178. Is the basic condition A applicable? Yes. The only applicable basic condition A. Are you satisfying? No. What will be the status? Write down the conclusion. That's it. Sir, this period you have not included, no? You have not included this period, no? As a stay in India. Why not included? Why have you taken only this period? Why have you taken only this period? Why have you not included this period? Note for this. Please read. There is an explanation given to 6.1. In case of an Indian citizen be leaving India as a crew member on an Indian ship, foreign bound Indian ship, his period of stay in India shall not include the period prescribed in Rule 126, and that period is from date of joining to date of signing off as per continuous discharge certificate, which is given in the question, which we are not including. Hence, color, yellow color. Understanding? Easy or not? Sure, easy. Will you be able to solve more questions like this? Now, in all the questions, there will not be same case of crew member. This was the first case. Many other cases can be there, no? Somewhere you will get another exception. Somewhere you will have normal case. Somewhere you will have a special case. Somewhere it will be 6(1)(a). How to determine the residential status in different cases? We'll solve the maximum possible questions. Yes or no? Come on. Let's come to question number 2 now. Question number 2. Mark this question important. In your ICI study material, whatever questions, I would feel like you have to do those questions once again. I will tell you to mark those questions important. Okay? Mark this question important. Brett Lee, an Australian cricket player, visits India for 100 days in every financial year. This has been his practice for past 10 financial years. Meaning that since the last 10 years, he is coming to India every day every year for a visit of 100 days. Meaning that in the current year also, he might have come for a visit of 100 days. Now tell me, Brett Lee is coming to India during the current year for a visit of 100 days. Brett Lee is an Indian citizen, no? Australian cricket player, macha. If he is an Australian cricket player, he must be an Australian citizen. So he can be a person of Indian origin, sir. But nowhere mentioned in the question. Brett Lee was born in undivided India. Any of his parents or any of his grandparents born in undivided India, such information is not given in the question. Meaning that he is neither an Indian citizen nor a person of Indian origin. Hence, even if he is coming for a visit, he will not be covered by exceptions, and neither he will be covered by a special case. Because in special case also, we cover Indian citizens and person of Indian origin only. So tell me, Brett Lee is not covered by exceptions, neither he is covered by special case. So Brett Lee is covered by normal case. And in normal case, we check basic condition A as well as basic condition B, both. Right, no? So tell me, basic condition A says that your stay in India should be 182 days or more. For Brett Lee, his stay is only 100 days. Basic condition A, satisfied or not? Not satisfied, sir. Now, will we check basic condition B? Yes. Normal basic condition? Yes. His stay in India should be 60 days or more, sir. 100 days is more than 60 only, sir. And last 4 years, his stay in India should be 365 days or more, sir. Last 4 years, 100, 400 is more than 365, sir. Basic condition B, both the parts, part 1 as well as part 2, both satisfied. Meaning that he has satisfied basic condition B and he becomes a resident. And now tell me, if he becomes a resident, will we check additional conditions? The answer is yes. To make him RNOR, yes or no? Additional condition A says that out of the last 10 previous years, he should have been a non-resident in India for at least 9 previous years. Don't you think that the way in which he became a resident in this year by satisfying basic condition B, he would be a resident in the last year also. Because in the last year also, he had satisfied basic condition B. What about last to last year? That year also he was a resident. What about last to last year? Sir, just like this year, he would have satisfied basic condition B in last 6 years. No, sir. Last 6 years I am saying. Because prior to that, he did not satisfy basic condition B also. Now I will make a small working note to make you all understand that what I want to tell you. Okay, please pay attention over here. See, I will write 10 previous years. Which 10 previous years? These are the 10 previous years immediately preceding to my relevant previous year. So my relevant previous year is 24-25. I will have to write 10 previous years immediately prior to this previous year. Okay, no? So come on, tell me. This is previous years 23-24, 22-23, 21-22, then 20-21, 19-20, 18-19, 17-18, then 16-17, 15-16 and 14-15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. 10 years I have written. Okay. Now every year he had a practice of visiting India for 100 days. So every year his stay in India was 100 days. Can I write 100 every year? Yes or no? Every year his stay was 100 days. Now tell me, during the last year, I would have checked the basic condition A as well as B, both. Just like this year, I would have determined his residential status in the last year also. So this year, residential status determined on the basis of basic condition A and B. So likewise, in the last 10 years, every year I would have checked basic condition A, basic condition B, basic condition A, basic condition B. If anyone fulfilled, he was a resident. If none of the basic condition fulfilled, he was a non-resident. Yes or no? So what I will do now, I will write down basic condition A here. Tell me, last year, what was his stay? Only 100 days. Basic condition A says that your stay should be 182 days or more. Basic condition A. Did he satisfy basic condition A last year? The answer is no. Sir, basic condition B, part 1 says that your stay should be 60 days or more. This is satisfied, sir. And part 2 says that in the last 4 years, now last 4 years, I will check from 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 4 years, the stay is 100, 400 days, no sir? So basic condition B, part 2 fulfilled. Can I say last year, just like this year, last year also, he fulfilled basic condition B and he became what? R or NR? Tell me, what was his status last year? By satisfying basic condition B, he became a resident last year. So he was a resident last year. Just like this, I will have to check the basic condition for all the 10 years, and I will have to find out the residential status for all the 10 years. Understood, no? So tell me, 22-23. Which year, sir? 22-23. Basic condition A fulfilled? No. B part 1 fulfilled? Yes. Now 4 years prior to 22-23, I will have to check. 4 years prior to 22-23, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the total stay? Again 400. It is more than 365, meaning this also fulfilled. Here also he became what? Resident? Yes or no, sir? Likewise, every year, this not satisfied, this not satisfied, this not satisfied, this not satisfied. Everyone understanding? This satisfied, 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 this satisfied. Resident, 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 resident. Every year. Now coming to 17-18. In 17-18, his stay was 100 days. Not more than 182. Not satisfied. More than 60, yes, this satisfied. But tell me, 4 years prior to 1718. 4 years prior to 1718. 1, 2, 3, 4. He started coming since last 10 years. Prior to that, he was not coming. So here his stay was nil only, no? So last 4 years, total is only 300. Hello, sir. Total is only 300, meaning that this condition is not fulfilled. That means here he was non-resident, and same logic for next 3 years also. This satisfied, this satisfied, this satisfied, but basic condition B part 2 will not be fulfilled. That means he will become a non-resident. So initially when he started to come to India, no, from 1415, in the year 1415 he was a non-resident. In the year 1516 he was a non-resident. In the year 1617 and 1718 he was a non-resident. He started becoming a resident from 1819 onwards. And every year now he is satisfying basic condition B. Since then, since 1819, every year he is satisfying basic condition B, and he is becoming a resident every year. Getting my point? So tell me, do I have the residential status of last 10 years now? Last 10 years, all the 10 years or at least 9 years, you should be a non-resident. You are a non-resident in how many years? Come on, tell me. 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Additional condition A, fulfilled or not fulfilled? Not fulfilled. So you are RNOR? No. But still you have one more chance. Last 7 years, sir. Total should not be more than 729, sir. Come on, let's see last 7 years. Last 7 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. What is the total, sir? 700 days, which is not more than 729. He is satisfying additional condition B and he is becoming RNOR. Got it, everyone? So here, Akshaya, did you understand? Sure? So here, what will be the answer? RNOR. Sure? Now tell me, how to present this? Come on, presentation we will see. What is the name? Name is Brechtley. Individual. Pan dash. Previous year, assessment year. So, in this assessment year, for this previous year, we are determining what? Residential status. Same format, copy paste. We will write basic condition A and B both. Why? Because in this case, both the conditions are getting applicable. Normal case, no? Not an exception. Okay? And not a special case also. So, basic condition B will be applicable and B will be normal only. Sure? So, come on. Last 10 years, since last 10 years he is coming to India. 100 days every year. So this year also he has come for 100 days. So what is the stay in India during the current year? 100 days. Basic condition A, fulfilled or not fulfilled? Not fulfilled, sir, because the stay is only 100 days. Sir, basic condition B part 1 fulfilled, sir, because his stay is 100 days, which is more than 60 days. And last 4 years stay is 400 days, meaning more than 365. So this part also fulfilled. Can I say basic condition B part 1 also satisfied, part 2 also satisfied, meaning basic condition B satisfied? So he becomes a resident. Now in the same table, we'll write down additional conditions below this. Getting my point? What are the additional conditions? Do you remember? Write down those conditions. Okay. Now how you will get this? For this, we did that table, no? That is nothing but working, no? Do this table. Come on, see. The same thing. My handwriting was not good there. Here my handwriting is good, but the same thing is there. How many years he is a non-resident, sir? He is a non-resident in 4 years. So out of 10, he should be a non-resident in at least 9 years. But in our case, he is a non-resident only in 4 years. No, sir. So what I will go and write here, he is a non-resident in 4 previous year only. From where did we get it? Working note 1. So is this condition fulfilled? The answer is no. Okay. So now again come to this. I will do the total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. I have done the 4 years total also here, and I have done the 7 years total also here. Done? So that I don't have to make separate working notes. From this working note only, every detail I will put in my format. Now just see how easy this will make. How easy your solutions will be made now. So last 7 years, 700 days are there. I will write down stay in India is 700 days during the last 7 previous years, which is less than 729, meaning this condition is fulfilled. A or B, any one additional condition fulfilled, you become RNOR. Can you present your answers like this? Sure? Sure, no? Now pay attention, pay attention. I will tell you one more thing. Now, in this question, no, they are saying that instead of Bradley, the person coming to India was an Indian citizen, Srinath. Would your answer change if instead of Bradley, the person coming to India was Srinath, who is an Indian citizen? He happens to stay outside India because he plays for Australian cricket team. So what? Playing for Australian cricket team does not make him an Australian citizen. No, it is clearly written that he is an Indian citizen, but he is staying in Australia playing for Australian cricket team. Forget about all those things. Those are the things to confuse you. Tell me, Srinath is an Indian citizen? Yes or no? Since the last 10 years, he is coming to India every year for a visit of 100 days. So this year also, Srinath has come for a visit of 100 days. So can I say Srinath is an Indian citizen? Yes. Coming to India in the current previous year for the purpose of visit? Yes. Srinath will be covered by exception or will not be covered by exception? Will be covered or will not be covered? Covered, no? May be covered or may not be covered, because they have not told that what is the total income of Srinath. Ayyo, important. Have they told you that the Srinath's total income is less than equal to 15 lakhs? Because in order to cover an Indian citizen under the third exception, visit exception, you need to check that his total income should also be less than equal to 15 lakhs. Yes or no? But it is not mentioned here that how much is his total income. If they will tell you that his total income was more than 15 lakhs, then he will not be covered by this exception. He will be covered by special case. So what we will do, this question will make two assumptions. First assumption, Srinath is an Indian citizen coming to India for the purpose of visit and his total income is less than equal to 15 lakhs, meaning that he will be covered by exception. Basic condition B will not be checked. Only A will be checked, which is not satisfying because his stay is 100 days only, and B is not applicable. Srinath will become a non-resident. Hello? Now tell me, if I take another assumption that Srinath, who is an Indian citizen coming to India for the purpose of visit, his total income is more than 15 lakhs. If I take this assumption, then he will not be covered by exception, but he will be definitely covered by special case. Now if A is not fulfilled, I will check B. But B is special, sir. His stay in India should be 120 days or more in the year, and last 4 years 365 days or more. Sir, last 4 years 365 days or more is there, but this year only 100 days is there, no? Which is not more than or equal to 120 days. Special basic condition B is also not getting satisfied. Forget about A. So this assumption also will not make any difference. His residential status will remain non-resident, because here basic condition B will be applicable, but which is a special condition, that also is not satisfying. Both the assumptions, our answers will be non-resident. How to present? Come on, see. Let's see the presentation. Illustration 2 only. Part B. Name of the assessee is Srinath. Okay. And assumption number 1. Total income less than equal to 15 lakhs. So Srinath, an Indian citizen coming to India for the purpose of visit, and assumption we have taken that his total income is less than equal to 15 lakhs. Accordingly, Srinath in our first assumption is covered by exception. And if he is covered by exception, basic condition B we will write, but we will say that it is not applicable. A is applicable, which is not getting satisfied because his stay is only 100 days. So he becomes a non-resident. That's it. Now the same case, we will have another assumption that what if his total income is more than 15 lakhs? Srinath, Indian citizen, coming to visit and his total income we are assuming more than 15 lakhs. Srinath will be covered by exception. No, he will be covered by special case now. Now in special case if he will be covered, can I say here the basic condition B will also become special? Instead of 60, see I have written 120 and I have highlighted also. Now A, not satisfied. Sir, B is applicable but B is also not getting satisfied. Come on, see. B part 2 is getting satisfied but B part 1 is not satisfied. That means B is not getting satisfied. He is neither satisfying basic condition A nor satisfying basic condition B. Here also he will become a non-resident. Everyone, sir, understanding, no? So there are no working notes to be prepared over here. Done. Part B, both the ways I have solved the answer. If they would have given you the total income to be 15 lakhs or less, your answer would have been this much, this one. And if they would have given you the answer in the question, they would have given you that his total income is more than 15 lakhs, then your answer would have been this assumption. This you would have written as your answer. But since they have not given you that how much is the total income, it is safe that we assume both and calculate both. It will not take much of your time. Getting my point? Understanding? Hello? Sure? Okay. Now the same question will go. They are saying that would your answer be, what would be your answer if Srinath had visited India for 120 days instead of 100 days every year? Still they are not talking about the total income. See, Srinath an Indian citizen, yes. Coming to India for the purpose of visit, yes. But now they are saying that instead of 100 days, now say that he is coming to India every year for 120 days. So this year his stay is 120 days only, no? Basic condition A is still not fulfilled. B will not be applicable because we are assuming that he is covered by exceptions. By assuming his total income to be up to 15 lakhs. So B not applicable. A is applicable and A is not satisfied because his stay is still 120 days, which is not more than 182 days. He will become a non-resident. But if we assume that Srinath is an Indian citizen coming to visit and his total income is more than 15 lakhs, then he will be covered by special case. Which case? Special case. Now basic condition B will be applicable. 120 days or more. Tell me, what is the stay? 120 days, basic condition B, part 1 fulfilled. And last 4 years stay should be 365 days or more. 120, 120, 120, 120, 480. Is it more than 365? Yes. So basic condition B, special basic condition B, now he will fulfill. And he will become a resident. Now we will have to check additional conditions also, no? No need to check additional condition. If he has satisfied the special basic condition B, he will become a resident and directly he will be treated as RNOR. Now we have to present this. That's it. Come on, see. See. Illustration number 2 only, part C. What is our first assumption? That is total income does not exceed 15 lakhs. Same format. Basic condition B not applicable because we are assuming that he is covered by exception. By taking his total income, assuming his total income to be less than or equal to 15 lakhs. So basic condition B not applicable, A is applicable, which is not satisfied because his stay is only 120 days, which is less than 182 days. Hence in this case, if we take this assumption, in this case also he is a non-resident. But if we assume that his total income is more than 15 lakhs, then he will be covered by special case, and in special case his special basic condition B will be verified. A is not fulfilled, but B both the parts will be fulfilled. Come on, check. Hence, special basic condition B fulfilled, he will be treated as RNOR, resident, as well as not ordinary resident. Why? Refer note below. Read the note. Come on. Akshaya, done? Understood? Just imagine such kind of questions are there in the ICI study mat. And now what they will do? They will mix and match. Few information from this question, few information from this question, merge, and they will create a new question. But for that you need to solve all the question properly. And while solving the question, see, I am giving you the other way around also, that what if in this question this happens, what will be your answer? Okay, this is given, so our answer is this. Okay, but what if the information is twisted a little bit, and instead of this, if the institute gives you this, what will be your answer? All these possibilities you are supposed to think. But nowadays students are not thinking, so the teachers are to be thinking teachers. If I'll tell you all the possibilities, no, what will happen if you'll come across to such kind of questions, no, you'll not find it new, because you already have discussed those things with me in the class. Getting my point? Sure. Let's move ahead to our next question. Question number 3. Come on. Question number 3. Start solving. Be a Canadian citizens come to India for the first time during the previous year 2021. So he did not come to India prior to 2021. He came for the first time in 2021. During the financial year 2021, 21-22, 22-23, 23-24 and 24-25, he was in India for 55, 60, 90, 150 and 70 days respectively. Determine his residential status for the assessment year 25-26. What will be his residential status? First of all, Mr. B is a Canadian citizen, meaning not an Indian citizen. Is he a person of Indian origin coming for a visit? No. He is not a person of Indian origin also. So forget about 3 exceptions and special case. This is a normal case. In this normal case, we'll check basic condition A also, basic condition B also. 182 days or more, his stay should be there in the current previous year. Current previous year 24-25, his stay already given 70 days. Is it more than 182? No. Basic condition A not fulfilled. Basic condition B, part 1 says that 60 days or more, his stay should be there. So his stay is already 70 days, which is more than 60 days. And in the last 4 previous year, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, his stay should be 365 days or more. If you will calculate, this will be only 355, which is less than 365 days. Meaning that even though he has fulfilled part 1 of basic condition B, but he fails to fulfill part 2 of basic condition B, hence basic condition B is also not fulfilled. Accordingly, A is not satisfied, B is not satisfied, he will be treated as non-resident. Can he be treated as a deemed resident in India? No, never, never. Because he is a Canadian citizen. Only Indian citizens can be treated as deemed resident. So don't even dare to talk about what deemed resident concept over here, because that is getting applicable only if you are a Indian citizen. Got it? So if you are not satisfying basic condition A or B, meaning you are a non-resident. That's it. Easy, no? Page number 2.37. Okay. Question number 1. Mr. Ram, an Indian citizen, left India on 22nd of September 2024, meaning our previous year, he is leaving India for the first time, meaning that prior to this year, he was always in India for full year. Understanding? And he is leaving India for the first time to work as an officer of a company in Germany. That means in the current year, he is leaving India, an Indian citizen leaving India for the purpose of employment outside India. So for this year, will he be covered by exceptions? The answer is yes. First exception. So I will now have to check only basic condition A. His stay in India should be 182 days or more. If not, I will not check basic condition B, because for him basic condition B does not apply. Okay, come on. Let's see. He was in India for April May, June, July, August and September. How many days? 22 days. Calculate the number of days. How many number of days? How many number of days? I will do it on my own. Wait. 30, 31, 30, 31, again 31, again 22. 175 days. I will not ask you now. Because looking at the answer also you are calculating wrong. What will you do? 175. Basic condition A, fulfilled or not fulfilled? Not fulfilled. B is not applicable. Status will be non-resident. That's it. Okay. Please check the solution. Third illustration was done, no? Okay. This is practice question 1. Come on. See. Practice question 1. 175. No. Not applicable. B is not applicable. A is applicable, which is not satisfying. Hence, he is a non-resident. How did you get 175? This is the calculation of 175. Done? Okay, perfect. Come to question number 2. Mr. Day, residing in US since 1990, visits India for 30 days every year. He came back to India on 1st of April 23 for permanent settlement. What will be his residential status? See, he is not coming India for the purpose of visit. He is coming India for the purpose of permanent settlement, and he is not coming in this year. He has already come last year. So last year on 1st of April, he has already come. So since then, he is in India only now. In our previous year, he is not coming. He is coming last year itself. Understanding, no? So now please pay attention. What will happen over here? That current previous year, meaning previous year 24-25, his stay in India will be entire 365 days. Because he is there in India since last year itself. So is it more than 182 days? Yes, basic condition A fulfilled. And B is applicable, but we will not check B because no requirement. He has already satisfied basic condition B. Yes or no? Sorry, basic condition A. So by satisfying basic condition A, he will become a resident. Now I will have to check that out of the last 10 years, in how many years he is non-resident. Out of the last 10 years, in how many years he is a non-resident. For that, I will do the same calculations. You all got R or no as answer. See how your answer will change now. Last year he came for the permanent settlement. So last year his stay was 366 days, full year. 1st April 23 to 31st March 24. Full year he was in India. And prior to that, he used to come to India every year for how many days? 30 days. Yes or no? So prior to this, his stay was 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30 and 30 every year. Yes or no? Now tell me, basic condition A fulfilled here. We did not check B. So last year also, full year he was there in India, he became a resident only in last year. Every year prior to that, he did not satisfy basic condition A as well as B. In none of the years. In none of the years, he satisfied basic condition A as well as basic condition B. Because his stay was only 30 days. So for all these years, he was a non-resident. Do we have a status for last 10 years now? Out of 10, For 9 years, he is a non-resident, guys. And for 9 years, he is a non-resident. That means additional condition A fulfilled and he becomes a non-resident. Sorry, RNOR. And also for the last 7 years, his stay does not exceed 729. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Tell me, what is the total? 30 into 6 plus 366. Total will be 546 days only in the last 7 years, which is less than 729. Forget about any one additional condition. Bloody is fulfilling both the additional conditions. He is a non-resident in 9 previous years also out of last 10 previous years. And his stay also during the last 7 years is not more than 729 days. So how come he is ROR? Status is RNOR. Now we are doing residential status of HUF. Okay. Residential status of individual we have completed. Now residential status of HUF, Hindu undivided family, depends on control and management of its affairs. See, residential status of an individual will be determined on the basis of the stay of that individual in India. Because an individual can come to India, go out of India, stay here, or does not stay here. But HUF cannot come and stay here, no? HUF cannot go out, no? HUF is an imaginary entity, okay? Hindu undivided family. So to determine the residential status of any HUF, we don't see the stay. We stay that how it is getting controlled and managed and from where it is getting controlled and managed. So there is section 6.2. 6.2 says that in India, any HUF will be treated as non-resident, only if its affairs are controlled and managed wholly from outside India. That means if the management and the control of the HUF is outside India, from outside India, all the policy decisions are taken. Where the head and brain of that HUF is situated, you have to see. Head and brain, meaning the person who is taking the policy decisions, meaning the Karta. If Karta is situated outside India and from there only, the entire decision making of the HUF is taken care of. That means HUF's affairs are controlled and managed from outside India. Only in that case, the HUF will be treated as non-resident. Only one case. In all the other cases, HUF is a resident. Meaning that if the affairs are partly controlled from India, partly controlled from outside India, or if the affairs are controlled and managed from India only, then the HUF is resident. But what if the affairs are controlled and managed only from outside India, wholly from outside India, meaning the head and brain running the HUF, where that head and brain is situated outside India, Karta of the family, who takes all the policy decisions, sitting outside India, controlling the HUF from outside India only, meaning the affairs of the HUF are getting controlled and managed from outside India only. That is the case when the HUF will be treated as non-resident. In every other case, HUF is a resident. Meaning, if the affairs are controlled and managed from India fully or partly in India, partly outside India, then it will be treated as a resident. Got it? Residential status of HUF is over. But once the HUF becomes a resident, by default it is ordinary. By default it is ordinary. But can you call a resident HUF RNOR? The answer is yes. The option is given to HUF also to make itself RNOR. And how the HUF will become RNOR? Once the HUF become residence, by default ordinary, yes or no? So how the HUF will become RNOR now? Two additional conditions you remember? Any one condition fulfilled by the Karta of the family, HUF will become RNOR. So if the Karta of the family is a non-resident in at least 9 previous years out of last 10 previous years, additional condition A fulfilled, HUF will become RNOR. If the Karta of the family stays in India during the last 7 previous years for a period of 729 days or less, HUF is a RNOR. Got it? This is what written here. See, if HUF becomes resident and the Karta of such HUF has also satisfied any one of the additional conditions of 6.6, HUF will be treated as RNOR. And what are two additional conditions? Please check. Karta was a non-resident in all the 10 years, last 10 years, or at least 9 years. Or Karta stay in India during the last 7 years should not be more than 729 days. If any one condition Karta has fulfilled, HUF will be treated as RNOR. If Karta fails to fulfill both the additional conditions, then HUF will be ROR. That's it. And what if HUF is NR? We are not going to check additional conditions. HUF is NR. Done. Answer is over. Got it? So now this concept, how this concept is exploited in a question, that we are going to see now. One question on this thing. Okay? Come, let's see. We are going to illustration number 4. Come to illustration number 4. Illustration number 4. Where is illustration? Yes. Illustration number 4. The business of HUF is transacted from Australia. All the policy decisions are taken there only. What is the residential status of this HUF? Come on, tell me. Non-resident. Simple. Because they have told that all the policy decisions are being taken from Australia only. So what is the residential status of HUF? Non-resident. But if they would have told you that all the policy decisions are taken from India only, then resident. Partly from India, partly from Australia, then also resident. Then we would have seen the additional condition satisfied by Karta or not. Getting my point? Everyone? So what will be the residential status of HUF here? Non-resident. Done. Now they are saying Mr. E is the Karta of the HUF who was born in Kolkata. That means he happens to be an Indian citizen by birth. Okay. Visits India during the previous year 24-25 after 15 years. Meaning that even though he was born in Kolkata, he resides in Australia only. And since last 15 years, he has not visited India. After 15 years, he is coming to India for the first time. After 15 years. So last 15 years, his stay in India was 0.00000 days. Yes or no? And this year, after 15 years, this year he is coming to India on 1st of April 2024 and leaves for Australia on 1st of December 2024. Determine the residential status of Mr. E and HUF. So HUF residential status we have already determined, that HUF is non-resident. Now we are supposed to determine the residential status of individual. Karta of the HUF is individual. So his individual residential status also we have to determine. Okay. So what will be the residential status of Mr. E? He is coming to India on 1st of April and leaving on 1st of December. So can I say he is there in India from 1st April till 1st of December? So if we count the number of days will be 245 days. How, sir? April 30 days, May 31, June 30, July 31, August 31, September 30, October 31, November 30 and December 1 day. Because on 1st December he is leaving. Yes or no? So total if you will see, it will be 245 days. So what is the stay of Mr. E in India during the relevant previous year? 245 days. Is it more than 182 days? Yes. And basic condition B, by the way, is not applicable also, because he is an Indian citizen who was already outside India, might be coming for a visit. This is his visit only. And assuming that his total income was less than equal to 15 lakhs, he is covered by exception also. B is not applicable. Anyways, we are not supposed to see B because A he is already fulfilling. Because his stay in India is 245 days, which is more than 182 days. By satisfying basic condition A, he becomes what? Resident. Now, ordinary or not ordinary? For that, we'll have to check additional conditions for Karta. Additional conditions for Mr. E, we will check now. Last 10 years, his stay is 00000. All the 10 years, he is a non-resident. Last 7 years, what is the total stay? 0. Both the additional conditions fulfilled. He becomes a resident, but not ordinary resident for himself. Understanding? So, Mr. E's personal residential status as an individual we have determined. Now, Mr. E happens to be the Karta of the HUF, and HUF is a non-resident. So, forget about it. But what if the HUF status was resident? Karta has fulfilled additional conditions for himself, yes or no? So, from the point of view of HUF also, Karta has satisfied additional condition. So, for HUF, his Karta is a non-resident in last 10 years, yes or no? And his stay is also less than 729 days. So, HUF in that case will also become RNOR. But that we will see only if HUF becomes resident. In our case, HUF is not resident, hence we are not checking that. HUF is what? Non-resident. Got it? And Mr. E, his own personal residential status we have checked separately. As an individual, what is his residential status? For HUF, residential status is this. But if HUF also becomes what? Resident, so additional conditions will be checked for Karta only. Got it? Everyone? Hello? Done? Should I move ahead? You want to see the solution? Please check the solution. Illustration number 4. See, this is Mr. E. Residential status of Mr. E. What is his stay in India? 245 days. How it is calculated? He came to India for 1st of April and he left on 1st of December. So his stay in India is 245 days. Very easy to calculate. Okay. So 245 days, basic condition A fulfilled, he becomes a resident. No need to write B also. B you will write only if A is not fulfilled and B is applicable also. Yes or no? Now check. Additional condition. Last 10 years, all the 10 years he is a non-resident. Last 7 years his stay is nil only. So additional condition A as well as additional condition B, both the additional condition is satisfying. Bloody, he has to satisfy only one to become what? RNOR. He is satisfying both. So definitely double RNOR. Getting my point? So please check this part. Previous year 24-24 is our year. In this year, what is the stay? 245. 10 years prior to this. 10 years prior to this. Previous year 23-24. Previous year 22-23. Every year his stay was 0 only, no? Why to calculate, why to take previous year 23-24? See, forget about this word previous year first. 24-25 for this year, I am determining the residential status. So what is the stay in 24-25? 245 days. Basic condition is fulfilled. Resident. Now check last 10 years. So last 10 years, what 10 years? 24-25 current year. Last 10 years will be 23-24, 22-23, 21-22 like this. So I am not supposed to take any number of days from past years for my current year. Getting my point? (24-25) we have already checked. No, this is for 24-25 only. No, we are doing. This is for what year? This for 24-25 we are doing. And they are not telling you to determine the residential status for 23-24. They are telling you to determine 24-25 only. But for that, sometimes we have to go and look in the past also. That what was his residential status in last 10 years. Getting my point? What was his stay in the last 7 years? Got it? Okay. So this was your residential status of HUF. Now coming to residential status of AOP, forms and BOIs. AOP, BOI and forms. See, can you see this part? This part, can you see? Hello? There is one operation here, COPY. What is this? Copy and paste. If you know how to determine the residential status of HUF, you know how to determine AOP, BOI and form. Check what? The control and management. You have to see the forms, AOP, BOI, where the control and management is situated. Head and brain. Who are the head and brain for forms HUF and forms AOP and BOI? They are partners. Partners are the head and brain, no? Who are managing the affairs, who are controlling the affairs. So from where they are managing, from where they are controlling, fully from outside India, then the form AOP, BOI will be non-resident. But partly from India, partly outside India, fully in India, then the form will be resident. Then the AOP, BOI will be resident. Understanding? Hello? So who is the head and brain for partnership form? Partners. AOP, BOI, its members. So where the partners are there, where the members are there, from where they are controlling the affairs of the firm or AOP, BOI, if they are controlling the affairs wholly from outside India, then only you can call them what? Non-resident. Otherwise, resident. 6 to copy, paste, that's it. And once they become resident, they are always ordinary. There is no concept of RNOR. You are not supposed to check any additional conditions. Understanding? No need to check any additional conditions. Sure. Residential status of partnership firms, AOP, BOI done. Now let's come to the residential status of companies. That is given in 6.3. If there is a company which is registered in India, incorporated in India, that is an Indian company. So which type of company is an Indian company? The company which is registered or incorporated in India as per the Indian companies law. That means the law in India has given you birth. You are born because of a law in India. How can we treat you a non-resident? You are always a resident in India because you are a company incorporated in India. Understanding? So Indian companies, if the company is an Indian company, that company is always a resident. It can never be treated as a non-resident in India. Indian companies are always resident. But if the company is registered or incorporated as per a law of a country outside India, meaning that the company is incorporated in Germany, company is incorporated in Dubai. So is it an Indian company? No, because it is not incorporated as per Indian company law. It is incorporated outside India, registered outside India. So that company is not an Indian company, that is a foreign company. Can a foreign company be treated as a resident in India? Usually it is a non-resident. Indian company always resident. Indian companies can never be non-resident. Indian company is always resident. But can a foreign company be treated as a resident in India? See, foreign companies are usually non-resident, but if the place of effective management of that company, foreign company, is situated in India, then that foreign company will also be treated as a resident in India. See, you know na, that getting a company registered in India will make that company resident. Yes or no? And once your company becomes a resident, global income of your company, whether it is Indian income or a foreign income, will be taxable in India. You did not want to do that. So what you did, you registered your company outside India, Dubai la. You registered your company in Dubai. And now you are sitting here taking all the policy decisions of that company from here only. What is the head and brain of that company? Its board of directors. They are sitting in India and taking all the policy decisions. So understand, when the company, it's almost all the decisions, major or substantial decision making of that company, which affects its survival, which affects its growth, all the majority of those decisions are taken from India. That means India is a place from where the company is effectively managed. Then why have you registered your company outside India? You should have registered your company in India only, no? Registering your company outside India and effectively managing that company from India. Do you think we are a fool? No, we are not that fool. We will consider that company also as a resident in India, because the place of effective management of that company is India. How to determine this place of effective management? This takes approximately 3 to 4 hours to understand. Okay, what all factors will determine place of effective management? And how can you say that the place of effective management is situated in India? You learn all these things in finals here. At least 3 to 4 hours are spent on only this discussion. Understanding? But right now, you are not supposed to learn all those things. In CA intermediate, what you are supposed to learn, only remember this much, that whatever policy decisions of that company are getting taken, which affects the survival of the company, which affects the growth of that company, if substantial decision making is happening in India, those decisions which affects the company, growth of the company, survival of the company, all those decisions, majority, substantially those decisions are taken from India. That means the place of effective management is in India. That's it. Hence that company will be resident. But what if place of effective management is not in India, it is outside India? Then the company is a foreign company, non-resident. A foreign company can be treated as a resident in India if its place of effective management is situated in India. Got it? Indian company, always a resident. It can never be non-resident. This is the residential status of companies. Once the company becomes a resident, it will be by default ordinary. There is no concept of not ordinary resident. Section 6(6), additional conditions not to be checked here also. Getting my point? Hello, sir. Now, next one. Residential status of every other person. Now, how many persons we have done? See, we have actually seen the residential status of individuals. Done. HUF, second person. Done. Firms, AOPBY. Done. Partnership, company, already done. 5% we have already done. Other persons, come to section 6(4). AJPs will be covered, local authorities will be covered here. Means all the persons who are not covered above will now be covered here. 6(4). Okay, please remember. See, can you see HUF? I have selected. Then what is this? Copy. And now this is paste. If the control and management of the affairs, that means head and brain controlling the affairs, situated wholly outside India, that means all the decisions are taken from outside India only. Yes or no? Only then they will be treated as what? Resident. Entire governing body is situated outside India. all the policy decisions are taken outside India only, then it will be treated as non-resident. But what if partly in India, partly outside India, fully in India, then resident. That's it. Got it? I told you that it will not take more than 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, all the residential status done. The majority of time is spent for residential status of individual. And in your examinations also, that is very important, because that comes as a independent question might come, or it can come as an adjustment in the main question, or it can come for MCQs also, part of MCQ, case study MCQs also. So 4 marks minimum count from this chapter. Done? So this was your residential status. Now this is not yet done. Now to determine that whether your incomes will be included in the computation of your total income or not, your residential status is important. That you learned, that how to determine my residential status, because based on my residential status only, it will be determined whether my incomes will be included in the computation of my total income or not. But this is not the only variable. This is not the only factor. Another factor is what type of incomes I am earning. Because if I am earning Indian incomes, they are supposed to be included in the computation of my total income. But what about foreign incomes? They will be included in the total income calculation only if based on my residential status. So whether to include the foreign income in my computation or not, for that only the residential status is determined. Otherwise, Indian incomes are always included, no? So now, which type of income you are earning? Indian, foreign. And this is your residential status which you have learnt. Yes or no? How to determine? Will you be able to determine the residential status now? Practice is required, and I am telling you, please don't get confused with previous year and assessment year concept. I have told you, the year in which we are earning income, that is previous year. And the income of the previous year, from that calculate total income in the assessment year and pay tax. Tax is charged. So assessment year is always 1 year ahead. In that assessment year, we are making the calculation, but the calculations are made for this year only. But with reference to that assessment year, this year is known as a previous year. Previous year is only reference. Getting my point? So for us, what is our previous year? 24-25. Incomes of 24-25. From that, total income of 24-25 will be determined. Tax liability will be determined in the assessment year. So in the assessment year, total income of the previous year is to be calculated. This total income of the previous year 24-25, to calculate this total income, which incomes will come, which incomes will not come, depends on my residential status for this year. And this year's residential status will be determined on the basis of this year's stay. And this year is known as previous year. Previous year 24-25, my stay in India. Okay. And all the previous years immediately preceding to this previous years. So with regard to this previous year, I can say that this is my current year now. And all the years prior to this year are immediately preceding previous years. Immediately preceding 10 previous years. Immediately preceding 7 previous years. Immediately preceding 4 previous years. Those are previous years, meaning those are financial years preceding to this financial year. But we are referring them as what? Previous years. Understanding? Sure? So this is the end of your residential status. Now we will determine that which type of incomes are Indian incomes, which type of incomes are foreign incomes. And then we will solve few questions on the basis of these are the incomes, these are your residential status. Now tell whether this income will come in the computation or not. And if it will come, what will be your total income? Got it? So please pay attention. There are two types of incomes. The income which you are earning in a year, and that year is known as previous year. So what is our previous year? 24-25. This is the year in which I am earning the incomes. And in this year, I am earning incomes few incomes will be Indian incomes and few incomes will be foreign incomes. What is a foreign income? An income which is not an Indian income is a foreign income. Sir, what is Indian income? Don't ever dare to say that. I know what you want to say. Don't say that. Sir, foreign income is an income which is not an Indian income. So, Indian income is an income which is not a foreign income. No, Indian income is defined. So, whatever is covered in Indian income is Indian income. But if you cannot classify an income as Indian income, no, then only it becomes a foreign income. Getting my point? And government has tried its level best to cover major incomes as Indian incomes, so that residential status becomes irrelevant and we are able to charge tax on all the incomes. Understanding? Because Indian incomes are taxable for all, no? So which incomes will be treated as Indian incomes? That we are going to learn, but not today, in the next class. So in the next class we are meeting and we will be discussing about these two figures, these two things. The chapter will be over. We will be solving few questions also. Chapter will be over and we will be starting with a new chapter. The name of the chapter will be income from house property. That we are going to start in the next lecture, provided we have that much time. Okay. So if time will permit, definitely we are going to start with the new chapter. Otherwise, this chapter will be over tomorrow's lecture. 100% this will be over. Okay. So tomorrow we are meeting, same time, same place. Till then, take care. Okay. Bye bye.